What's good, y'all? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And we are DeCypherEd. And today we are here for episode 1 of our 2-part finale to the Road to 100 series. Today we will be going over the top 25 albums of the year 2024. Yes. Better late than never, excuse me. Mm-hmm. We wanted to make sure we did our due diligence, so we went through 100 albums for 2024.
105 to be exact.
105 albums from 2024, which in my opinion is probably, if not the, most definitely top 2 to 3 album years in the last 15 to 20 years in regards to hip hop.
Yep.
Argue with your mama.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, after hundreds of hours of listening to albums, re-listening to albums, reviewing these albums, critiquing these albums, refining our critiques, we are finally here. Mm-hmm. And today, like I said, it's a 2-part finale. Part 1, which is today, we'll be going through albums 25 through 11. And then the last episode will be our official top 10 albums of 2024. And then after that, we'll take about 3 months off and then get right back into it, the Road to 100 for 2025. And that one will be more seen in the current time. Mm-hmm. So by the time we get to December, we'll be wrapping the list up.
Yes.
But other than that, DJ, how you doing? All right. Okay. Are y'all ready? DJ, are you ready?
I've been ready.
Okay. All right, man. I'm going to be going through paper and my computer because not only did we do the actual rating, we broke it down into 5 criteria. The 5 criteria are as follows. Well, actually, we got a rating based off 5 criteria. So we have the overall rating. I don't know how you did yours, DJ. I did mine out of 10.
I did mine out of 5.
Okay, so in the event, just multiply it by 2. Because mine's so, it'll be.
My fault, cuz.
All right.
Your fault, cuz. Go ahead, I'm listening, cuz.
Shit. We're gonna have to edit around this.
Yep.
I don't even know where I stopped. Okay,
you did yours out of 10. I did mine out of 5.
Yeah, so just multiply yours by 2.
Okay.
For simplicity's sake, because it'll be like, because mine will start going into 2 numbers beyond the decimal and shit like that. But yours will be easier to go up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rating is out of 10, and we have 5 criteria that we base it on: lyricism, musicality, production, replay value, themes and concepts.
Yep.
And let me let you in on the difference between musicality and production, because I could see that being an issue in the comments.
Yes.
Musicality is the overall sonic impression of not only the songs individually, but the album in totality.
And the song structure.
So that accounts for, like you said, song structure, how everything creates something. So you can have a very dense lyrical song and it not be good musically. You can have a song that's well produced. You can have a song that has replay value, and all of these things in their own individual vacuums. But when you put them all together, that kind of gets you to an idea of what the musicality is. Well, more so lyricism, production. Yeah, so basically everything but replay value. So musicality is how the album is sequenced, how the songs, a piece of subjectivity, how the songs make you feel, how they're structured. Simplicity is there is beauty in simplicity, but sometimes you have, not even sometimes, but sometimes you have to give credit for complexity as well. So replay value, pretty self-explanatory. Themes and concepts is how the songs are formulated, how the albums come together, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a super dense concept like a samurai. It's just how the person conveys what they're discussing in the song.
Yeah, like what are they actually talking about?
Yeah, and if your shit is just inept, where you just don't have much that you're talking about, you probably didn't make the top 25. So nonetheless, these are, in our opinion, the best albums that came out last year. Mm-hmm. So with no further ado, we are going to get into number 25. And DJ, I'm going to let you go first. I want you to be the first one to get shot. And what we'll do is every time we go to the next one, we'll just alternate. Okay.
All right. So my first album, well, number 25 on my list, was a surprise, well, not surprise artist, but yeah, a surprise pick in the sense that I didn't think this person, I would love this album as much as I did. Okay. When I saw it on the list, I'm like, oh, he's an elder statesman.
I already know what you're talking about. Well, no, I don't actually.
You know, he's an elder statesman. He just, you know, rapping just because he can rap. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what he's talking about. But I was thoroughly impressed with how well LL Cool J dropped this album last year titled The Force. And you can really hear, like, all his experiences throughout the industry. Like, I think he culminated his career on a lot of those songs very, very well in terms of telling you where he came from, telling you things that he doesn't like in the industry, but also telling you things that he appreciates, and also telling you how he wants to move the genre forward if he's still going to continue making music. Like, it was like a really good, just like detail of an artist's journey. And I love that. And he really tried his hardest to, well, I'm not going to say his hardest to incorporate a modern sound, but he did have somewhat of a modern sound in this. It did not sound dated to me.
Shout out to Q-Tip.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out to Q-Tip. But yeah, it did not sound dated in the slight. It didn't sound like he pulled an album from 1994 or some shit and just tried to put it out, or like it ain't no throwaways. Like, no, this is currently him living in the moment, rapping, and I loved it. Like, I really did. I personally gave it like, so I did my critique out of 5. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. We are DeCypherEd logos.
Okay.
So if you ever see like what WAD logos, that's what I just abbreviated. But, okay. So yeah, if you could put this down here at the bottom, like logos or whatever, like that's what I like that. So
if I do that, it's not coming out tomorrow.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. But I'm just saying, like that's what I did.
We'll probably do it for the top 10.
Okay. But yeah, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. And as far as the like categories,
what's that out of 10? 7.
Possibly.
Yeah. 7 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Production, like I go through like my categories, what I rated each category. Production wise, I gave it a 3 out of 5. I do like a lot of the beats on here, but overall it wasn't really like anything that that was super, super crazy, but they were just really good. So I just think they were kind of like right in the middle. But what he really excelled was the lyricism. I gave the lyricism a 4 out of 5 because he was rapping his ass off on all these songs. He went toe to toe, if not out-rap Eminem on the song. That doesn't happen very often with anybody that rap with Eminem. And AL did that on this song. I don't care what nobody say. Argue with your mama. But yeah, lyricism. He was rapping his ass off this entire album. So yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Things and concepts, I gave it a 3.7 out of 5. In musicality, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Because even though, like I said, he does a really good job of expressing himself lyrically and like really putting forth the themes and concepts, like I think the sequencing could have been done a little bit better in terms of like where he placed certain songs, and certain songs could have just been removed entirely. Like the Sweetie song, like
yeah, that song doesn't have to exist.
Yeah, I like the song, but
like in life,
I like the song, but just in the flow of the album, the context of the album, like I get he's LL, Ladies Love Cool J, I get that, but it just didn't fit with the other songs that you had on that, in my opinion. It just kind of like, you know, just kind of like a left turn. I'm just like, I didn't think that was really necessary. So I didn't really care for the sequencing that much. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Replay value, I gave it a 3.1 out of 5.
Damn. Go ahead.
I mean, for me, I like it enough to keep it going, but if I was to recommend it to the average person, I don't think that, you know, they'll really catch on to it for real. I think I was just so engrossed in trying to really like value, like put value into the music, like really trying to get something out of it. So for me, I appreciate it, but I don't think the average person, they could be like, oh, that's LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to incorporate that too, like it's like a 3.
Okay.
But overall, yeah, it was a 17.3 out of 25. That's how I did it. So, but yeah, that's the lowest one on my list so far.
Okay. For me, this was an album that I didn't know came out. And this is an artist that I'm not particularly a super duper fan of. I've listened to his music on and off. You know, one collab project that he had a few years ago with Styles P called Beloved. That caught my ear.
Ooh.
And one of his earlier projects, I think it was titled Kyrie Chanel. That had his daughter on the album cover. I thought those two were good. But this one, initially when I heard it, I kind of overrated it at first. But the one thing I will say, like, if you're from the East Coast,
yeah,
and you have a particular yearning for nostalgic feel in New York hip hop, this is it. Yeah. If you like the Locks, or if you like Jadakiss in particular, you'll like this. Like that whole Locks sound, like not a carbon copy or nothing like that, but just that essence that came from that time. Dave East and A-Rap Music did a great job in encapsulating the feel from that era without sounding derivative of it. Like, Dave East is not on there trying to sound like nobody. He's not trying to do anything that's outside of his wheelhouse.
Yes.
He rapping his ass off. And A-Rap Music is going insane for most of this album production-wise. I gave this album, the title of this album is Living Proof by Dave East and produced by solely A-Rap Music. So it was a collaborative project. I gave this album an 8 out of 10. And the way that I had mine structured as far as the criteria, I have it out of order. So lyricism, I gave it a 4 out of 5. What's next? Musicality, a 3.9 out of 5. Production, shout out to A-Rap Music, 4.3 out of 5. This was a very good produced album, very well produced album. Replay value, this is where it dipped off a little bit again, 3.9 out of 5, because it is a lengthy album. But not just that, some of the songs, like, you get to, it's like, yeah, you slim this down by a few songs, and we're talking about this album a little bit differently, not too much, but those songs that kind of make you
That's where it kind of dipped off for me too, because I really enjoyed this album too. It was number 32 on my list. Okay, unfortunately, but I do, like, I agree with everything you're saying though in terms of the production, fire. Like, A-Rap Music is probably the best I never heard him.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Like, and then Davey, he was rapping, but some of them songs is just kind of like, you didn't need it, bro.
Yeah, it would have been better off if, like, in some of the albums that didn't make the list, they would have been better off if they were 10 to 12 songs. And this is one of those albums, even though it made the list, it would have been higher up the list if it was cut to 12 songs, maybe.
More concise, bro.
Yeah. And like, that's another thing, not to cut you off. Yeah. When you're not concise, you have this thing. I hear a lot of sports trainers and stuff talk about. It's called diminishing return. So, like, if you're operating in the same space over and over and over and over again, there's a high probability that some of those songs aren't going to hit the mark as some of the other songs because you're kind of in that same pocket for too long. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, if you shoot 15 jump shots a game, you might airball a few because some of them will be harder to complete than others. And I just feel like that's the main thing to me that brought the album down a little bit as far as the themes and concepts. Like he just ran out of shit to talk about.
Yep.
And like some of the stuff that he could have, like the song Barbara, like that the final track that he dedicated to his aunt Barbara. Mm-hmm. That song, while it was emotionally moving, I feel like it could have been structured a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And some of the songs toward the end, it was just like, yeah, it felt like you was just trying to get to that 15, 16, 17, however many tracks is on there.
I think it was
mark
18.
To play that streaming game when you didn't need to because the album was already good.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I just think he overloaded the album and bloated it a little bit towards the back end. But other than that, really good album. Like I said, I gave it an 8 out of 10. And I was thoroughly impressed. Not thoroughly. I was quite impressed with this album, especially not having any expectations going in because I haven't listened to anything Dave East related since Beloved with Styles P.
Yeah. And I do agree, like, and that's what happened with a lot of these albums when doing the list. Like, a lot of these albums, like, my list could have been entirely different if some of these albums that were just that close could have just trimmed the shit down some, bro. Like, y'all don't need 23-song albums. You don't need 24-song albums, bro. Hell, 8. If you gonna run the risk of having that many songs on a project, they all gotta hit or they all have to have a purpose.
Yeah.
If they don't have a purpose in terms of the story you're trying to tell or just what you're trying to convey to get us to understand as the listener, if it doesn't hold a purpose, you got to really reevaluate and see if that cut is really necessary. Like, you could put that like on a throwaway joint on a mixtape or something if you just love that song that much, but you got to stay focused on the task at hand. and I think Davey, that's a really good example of that album to where it's just like, some of the songs didn't have to be there. Like, if you would turn it down to like 12, maybe 13 songs, I think we having a different conversation. Absolutely. So I just wanted to say that when you say that, I definitely agree. And it's really unfortunate because a lot of those, when going through the list, a lot of the 7.5s and 7.8s that I had initially had that issue.
Yeah.
Like, they was really good, but it just like some like, why? Like like everybody can't do the Chris Brown method and drop 50-song projects. And even with his shit, like
they be bloated.
Yeah, they be everybody ain't listen to all them songs. And then a lot of them songs are getting repetitive. They sound the same.
And that's the thing, because it's like they get in a pocket.
Yeah.
And like one of the albums that like was initially in my top 10, the same thing happened. And it fell to 11.
Okay.
It was like on top 5 territory. But the more I kept going, I was like, damn, like this top 10 is going to be crazy. And then I was listening to that album today, finishing up the 11 through 25, and I was like, damn, he got in the pocket. Got too comfortable.
It's one project that it still made my list, but it would have been top 10 if it weren't for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Just like take out like 5 of these songs, bro.
And the album is powerful.
Yes. But go ahead, bro. Let's
okay, so we like I said, we're gonna alternate everyone. So this is an album that kind of stayed exactly where it was the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
And the last time I heard it. It's good. All the way through.
Yeah.
Not too high, not too low, just consistent. And it's one of those things where I'm not the only person that kind of looks at him like a super just consistent artist. Shout out to Anthony Fantano. If anybody knows the person that he gives 8s to all the time, I just did it again. My number 24 out of the top 25 for 2024 is none other than Denzel Curry, King of the Mischievous South, Volume 2.
Okay.
He was pissed off at Anthony Fantano for always giving him 8s. So when I was doing this, I was like, damn.
And I did it.
But yeah, and the crazy thing about it is I gave him 4. I gave him like on the criteria, it's 4s across the board. Yeah. Like no lie. So lyricism, 4. Replay value, 4. Production, 4. Musicality, 4. Themes and concepts, 4. Like everything was just good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was just good.
But it's not exceptional.
Yeah, it's nothing really exceptional. And it feels like it was just a not maxed out. It feel like it was like a high level mixtape. Like, cause we've seen like with Melt My Eyes and Taboo, like when he get into that bag of like making super duper creative music, he's one of the best artists of his era. You know, but this was just one of those ones, 80s beats hard. Like I'm finna kick this shit, like for all my people who from the South or like appreciate the type of music and energy that like 3-6 and artists from Tennessee put into the genre in their like heyday. I'm paying homage to them. Like the feature that he had with what's his name? The Mexican AOTY, crazy. What's buddy name? Billie Eilish. What's his name? Armani White.
Oh, Armani White. Yeah.
Probably had the best feature on the project.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just one of those projects. It was just good across the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there were any real drop-offs in any particular portion of the album. It wasn't like, okay, this song is super good, so it's like picking the album up. Everything was just kind of straight across. Like even the interlude was just as good as a song. So yeah, man. Shout out to Denzel Curry, King of the Mischievous South too. This is not including the songs from the deluxe. I do want to say that.
Yeah, the deluxe made that album so much better. I heard them. I heard all the shits is fire. I wish they could have been on the original, but yeah.
So what you got for number 24?
24 was the year of a new artist for me in particular. That I never really paid attention to, never really cared for. He came out of a certain camp, or I'm not gonna say a certain camp, but he came from a certain style of artistry and rap out of the more modern age of drug, coke rap. I guess as you want to call it that. And I don't know what it was about him, but I just really liked how he really rapped on a lot of the features he was doing. And then when I finally seen him on the list, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Let's see what he's talking about. Production, crazy. Output, volume of music, absolutely stupid. This nigga dropped at least 6 projects last year.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
And I think he dropped 10 this year already or close to it. His output is insane. And I think ultimately, like for his fan base, that's going to really, you know what I'm saying, drive home, like to cultivate where they are. But I don't think it's going to elevate him anywhere past where he is currently. I think he's just going to stay where he is. And I mean, I guess that's for his fans is okay because he's still putting that output. But my number 24 album of 2024 is Boldy James, The Brictionary.
Oh.
And initially it was Across the Tracks.
Okay.
But I don't know, for some reason I didn't really, I don't know, some of them songs on Across the Tracks conductor kind of, I don't know, it didn't really hit for me after I went back to listen to it. But The Brictionary, I like this project, bro. This shit is fire all the way through. Now, granted, I knew where it was going to go on my list and it didn't move. Kind of like what you just said. Like, I knew it was going to be at least right here for the most part. I didn't see it going in the top 20 anywhere like that because the content, even though he is like rapping really well, I like his voice. Like, I like the beats he chooses because on the Brictionary, he had a lot of different like producers. So I really like how he does his projects as far as how he sequenced them. But the content is very redundant. Like, he raps the same way. 1, 2, 3, Coke. 1, 2, 3, fish scale. 1, 2, 3, zippy bag. Like, it's the same, like, bro, it's the same shit, but he does it very, very well. But ultimately, I just don't see him going anywhere past where he is. I think he's just gonna cruise and coast where he is, and that's okay. Because I think he's developed enough of a fan base, enough of a mainstream appeal to where out of Detroit, which is, you know, a place that currently, like, you know, in the current landscape, doesn't really get a lot of attention. I mean, of course, you still got Big Sean, you got T Grizzly. I mean, you got Babyface Ray, but I mean, he not like super popular.
You're not gonna shout out Marshall?
I mean, that's different.
Oh,
like that's a
okay.
legend. I mean, I'm not counting Eminem on that. Like
He's a Detroit legend.
oh damn. Ah shit. But no, I'm not counting Eminem in the current
Oh, okay.
landscape of like Detroit, Michigan artists and stuff. So, and initially I didn't even realize he was from Detroit. Like I thought he's from like New York or some shit. But no, he's from clearly Detroit. So I thought that was really interesting. The more I listen to him, he does sound like, you know, some of the people that I know rap from Detroit. Or
Put
just,
it in a bag, you feeling ag, you finna hit the strip.
but I fuck with Boldy,
do it
bro.
fastly, gotta move it quick.
Yeah.
Like, he be rapping though, but it's just like you said, it's just like, okay,
What's that?
all right.
Yeah.
But I think we can kind of equate those artists that's kind of like in their bag to like syndicated radio or like a podcast. It's like they have a niche,
Yeah.
and you know what they're giving. So it's like,
If I want to hear this.
yeah, they have a proof of concept and it's a known commodity. So it's like, I know if I go to Boldy, it's that trench.
He gonna give me that feel.
Yeah, like I might sell a brick tomorrow rap. And I might have one on me and I might have sold one yesterday. Yeah. But that ain't none of your damn business. So it's just, like you said, it's just whether or not you in the mood for that. And then also, because I don't want to be dismissed, it's like when you put out so much, like I said earlier about the whole diminishing returns thing, so like the production is super important, like with those type of rappers, or just rappers in general. Like you have to have that bed to help bring the words to life a little bit more. And I feel like that's why somebody who's not on the list at all didn't even drop an album last year. Pusha T is so big in that space because he understands bringing everything together. Yeah. But yeah, he was almost on my list, but he ended up not making it.
That's cool. Like I said, he almost didn't make it, just compared to. But I really like the Brictionary, bro.
Okay.
Out of all the ones he dropped, I think I like that one the most, so that's why it made the list. But I gave it. It was only 1 point higher than L. It was 17.4 out of 25, but it still equates to like a 3.5.
Okay, so
out of 5.
Okay, so yeah, so when you do yours, just for like uniformity's sake, just like tell them what it is out of 10. So that way they not like, okay, he's out of 5, he's out of 10. So just as you going through your eye, just
so I mean that's still an 8, So
no, it's not.
No, 7.
Yeah,
7.
Say, hold on, Jack.
I'm tripping. But as far as like my ratings, like production, I gave it a 3.9 out of 5. Lyricism, I gave it a 3.9. Like I said, he's skating to me. I really like how he's rapping, bro. I like it. Content and themes though, gave it a 2.8.
Yeah.
Out of 5 because it's super redundant. Musicality, I gave it a 3.9 because like Skip said, it gives you that feel. Like if I want to hear like in the trenches type rap, like I'm gonna go to Boldy. So it gives you that feel. Replay value though, if you're not just into this niche type of music, you're not gonna really care for it, or it may just go over your head, or you may even think it's boring. Because some of these niggas that's rap like him, I think their ass is boring. But he has enough of charisma to, keep me entertained. But some of them other niggas,
Oh God,
like your boy,
I don't know who you talking about.
I don't know
who you talking about.
Rocky.
You tripping?
That nigga bored.
Come on, gang.
But no, for real though. But yeah, some of them niggas is bored. But I think Boldy has enough, like I said, charisma to know.
He said some of them niggas is bored.
But yeah, replay value is 2.9 out of 5. Like I don't think, like I said, if you're not into this type of music, you're not gonna like it. And I recently just became into it, to be honest. If it wasn't for like the Griselda camp, because that's the camp I was referencing earlier in terms of like that type of gritty trench feeling or whatever, like it really gained popularity and steam when Griselda really, gained mainstream attention. So yeah, if you're not really a fan of that, you're not gonna like this. So, but either way, I think it's good enough to make my list, my personal list at number 24.
Okay. Your turn to do 23.
Okay. This is a artist that we initially both very, very much bashed. And I think you still hate this nigga. But he's an artist that initially I just couldn't connect with at first. I respect how well he raps, but it was just something about him just like as a person. I don't know. I just couldn't.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I couldn't connect with him. It was just something about him. Just like, I get what you're trying to portray in this music, the feeling and the technicality of it, but it just ain't connecting. Like, we ain't here. Come on, like, make me get into this shit. But Joyner Lucas, not now, I'm busy. Joyner Lucas is one of those artists that he is, yeah, like you said, I think he's in that J. Cole realm. Like, he can rap with the best of niggas. Like,
Yeah.
it ain't no question that this nigga can rap. He can fucking rap. I can put him against anybody. I think he can hold his own in terms of like lyrically rapping. Like, he got it. But it's just something about when he tries to put together the whole package. Like, he either oversells it or like he doesn't quite hit the mark. Like, it's just like, it's either one or the other. It's very extreme.
I also think we kind of got to be honest about his concepts aren't always that good.
No.
Like the cop song on here,
Oh no, that's the one shit.
god awful.
That shit is trash.
Like
I hate that shit.
I'm not racist. Like, that was a hole in one.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and the other song he did, the homie song that's on here, I don't know the
Oh,
name.
broski.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
But it's like, we kind of gave him, like, he's still kind of floating on I'm not racist as far as conceptual songs, for real. Like, because they're getting worse every, you know.
And he got another album that's about to drop too.
He need to chill. He just gave his pen to Will Smith. He need to sit the fuck down somewhere. You know what I mean? And I think
Well, what you mean he gave it to Will Smith?
he helped him write his album.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Good.
I didn't know that. I listened to that album, but I didn't. Okay.
But
Wait a
yeah.
minute, so Will used ghostwriters?
Come on, man. All right, we having another conversation.
No, I'm serious.
Come on now.
I didn't know that, bro. I'm serious.
Nigga, you think-
I thought he was rapping that shit himself.
Look, I won't say he just had of course he didn't have a ghostwriter, because people know like their connection and that he helped him write it. Like Big Sean helped write on that album too. Like, I just think,
Oh, like Drake said, it's a collaborative process.
yeah, and Will Smith was never the person where it's like, if you want the dopest raps in the world, go to Will Smith. So like, and then he coming off of being like solely devoted to film for
Years.
damn near 30 years for real. Like, the shit that he put out in the meantime was like, not like, all right, I'm jumping back into hip hop. It was like, this shit is accompanying the rollout of a movie. Like, not Get Jiggy With It, but the Wild Wild West song with Cisco, the song that he did for Men in Black. I don't even know the name of it. But yeah, 9 out of 10, it's accompanying a movie in some form or fashion. So I think, like, why not? And then he said before he started working on the album, he talked to Dot and Hove. Like, we're getting too deep into the Will Smith shit.
Oh, sorry. I just that just threw me off guard.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know that. I didn't know. Okay. But
He's had help with this album, which is cool. I don't have a problem with it. Like,
music is a collaborative process.
man, fuck what Drake talking about.
The more you know.
That's fuck that shit. But
yeah.
Will Smith never claimed to be the best rapper of all time either, did it?
No, he didn't.
Okay then.
No, he didn't. But yeah, back to the list, man. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. but yeah, I got number 23, Joyner Lucas. Not Now, I'm Busy. I really like how like the rapping really saved the album, in my opinion. Like, he rapped his ass off the entire project. It's not a point where it was a down like slope in how well he rapped. That's always gonna be his calling card. Now, when we first did the Road to 100 episode, I didn't really care for like a lot of the concepts and things that he was trying to get off. It just, like I said, it just didn't connect with me. But I don't know, like over like I'll probably say the past month or so, I think I kind of came around to him a little bit. More so just like the song Broski just really just kind of like hit home for me in terms of like his potential to be great in terms of like giving you something conceptual. Like it's you right there, bro. You giving me enough to like, okay, I'm gonna give it another shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of what like where I am with him right now. But sequencing was kind of a little messy for them. I would say I would have definitely put those songs in a different order in terms of like how well they flowed into each other. Now, as far as like the title of the album, Not Now I'm Busy, and then the last song of the album, if you remember, like kind of like killing off a certain persona to be revitalized, and that's the whole point of the cover art with the the blood and stuff all over his face. Like he's basically trying to kill off his own self and become a new person in a sense. But that kind of falls short throughout the album for me because there's not a lot of songs or like sequencing to where it gives me the impression of that's what the intention of this album is. It's not like Eminem, for example. Like it's not like that album to where we was going through it and you could see the transitions points of where he was really battling between Slim Shady and Marshall.
Yeah.
Like you can see that or you can hear it throughout certain points of the album. I didn't really get that from this. So I really think like that hurt it a lot from being higher on my list. Just like, what was the intention of the project exactly? Like, what are you really trying to portray? Because that last song is not enough compared to all the other songs that came before it. Like, these are just like random songs. Like, granted, they're good, but they're just random as hell. Like, this really could have been like another mixtape type situation.
Yeah, but I think he had to sell something.
Yeah, so yeah, the themes and concepts of the album really was a low for me, honestly, because I just didn't see how it all connected with each other. But the production, fire. Lyricism, fire. Production, I gave it a 3.5. Lyricism, I gave it a 4. Replay value, I gave it a 3.3 because it's kind of standard in terms of the current landscape of music is. Like, if you like shit on the radio, for the most part, I think you'll like this. So that's why I kind of gave it like right there in the middle.
Yeah, I think his biggest issue is he's not super original.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a flavor of the day type of guy. Like, it's okay. This, like you said, it's like this is what's going on. Like, I know how to aggregate culture, but I'm not at a point where I'm able to define it. Kind of the same issue that Logic has. Mm-hmm. But I think I told you that, like,
yeah.
And that was one of my issues with his album. Is like he's a Logic level yapologist. Like just rapping and just not saying shit. Like it's like, bro, you just bent 60 words in 12 seconds, but what did you say?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how you spend that much time around Eminem and you don't pick up how to blend the technicality and actually saying something. But that's another.
Yeah.
What's your final score for that? Or did you get through your criteria?
Yeah, I mean that was the criteria. I gave it a 17.5 out of 25.
Oh well, you don't have to do the 25. Just do the whatever the out of 5 is and multiply that by 2. Or you could just tell me and I'll do it.
Yeah, it's 17.5.
Huh?
That's why.
No. What is it out of 5?
Oh, yeah, so like another like maybe 7.5 maybe.
Okay.
Around that range, something like that. I'll rework it and I'll give it to you. I thought that was how we was doing it. So.
No. I'm saying I did that, but that's like this number is the such and such divided by 25. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
and that's why I was saying like I did mine out of 10. So like that's the only difference. Okay. So I just wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, so they know that it's coming out of 10. Or you could just yeah. So just tell me when you do the score, whatever it is, and I'll multiply it by 2. It ain't no problem. Just when you're doing it.
But yeah, I'm good though.
Okay. My number 23. We're gonna go over the wall. You're gonna go over the wall.
Okay.
And this was an artist that I didn't know of previous, and I didn't know that I had been seeing him on TV. I had been watching the show.
I know who this
is.
And
the show was called Supercell. It was on Netflix. Really good show.
Okay.
Really good show, by the way. And so I'm not watching. I'm listening to the project. I'm like, this dude is dope, bro. Like, so I'm searching him to see, what's been going on with him, to get some backstory because I hadn't heard of him. I was like, oh, that's that big teeth dude from Supercell. And this big teeth dude from Supercell that I'm talking about, his name is Ghetts. And Ghetts put out really good project last year titled On Purpose
with
Purpose. And if I remember correctly, this might have been the first project out of the Road to 100 that I personally listened to.
Okay.
And
yeah, it was
from the beginning, like the very first song on this album, I was like, this shit might be insane. It didn't get to insane levels, but his rapping ability put him in very elite company. Like once you see the other albums that's throughout this list, but I was impressed with Ghetts because I haven't heard of him before. So his rapping wise, he had a lot of high spots on this album. I don't have all the songs in front of me right now, but it was a lot of high points on this album. It was a couple that's like may have been more like culturally nuanced to where he's from. And I think, obviously he's a UK based artist. So some of the stuff didn't necessarily hit me. It's probably more profound where he's from, because he had like some Caribbean infused music. He had some stuff that kind of sounded like it was more like UK version of Bang Bang Shoot 'Em Up music. And it wasn't a lot. He didn't do a lot of that. So he kind of stuck to the mission of the On Purpose with Purpose. And I gave this album an 8.1 out of 10. Lyricism, 4.25. Really good album lyrically. Really good. Punchlines, sneaky metaphors, wordplay was really good. His storytelling was really good. The musicality of the album, I gave it a 4.1 out of 5. One of the not weaker, but yeah, because other than that, the album was kind of like pretty much the same level, but like production, replay value, and themes with concept, I gave them all a 4 out of 5. The themes and concepts, the thing that brought the album down was some of the things that he tried just didn't work for me. But the other things that he did do that worked for me were so good that it kind of compensated for them. Like, because they weren't bad. It just didn't hit for me like the other stuff did. Like I said, the replay value. One of the things that takes it down is some of the Caribbean-based songs that, because some of the shit was just like, all right, this ain't really hitting. But some of the shit is like, maybe I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I gave it credit because like some of it just wasn't bad. I mean, like I just didn't have necessarily possibly the cultural. I just wasn't cultured enough in their shit to get it. But a couple of the songs are like, yeah, you should have deleted these hoes off the hard drive completely. But yeah, man, good project, 8.1 out of 10. If you're looking for some good raps, good production, this is an album you should check out. Ghetts, On Purpose with Purpose. And that was my 23. So I'm snaking to 22, right?
Yep.
Okay. Another album that I didn't know about this artist at all. Shout out to one of our Dakotas, Stella. She recommended this album. But his name is Quandary. And this album was titled Ask a Magnolia.
Okay. Quandary. I like that album.
This is another album that I was impressed by. Quadry, not Quandary. Quadry. And it doesn't say where he's from. Great. Fantastic. He doesn't have a description on the album. But if he is from Atlanta, it makes sense why there's a kind of synergy between him, Kenny Mason, and Jid. There's like some outcasty production style choices in here. Some of like, and kind of like earlier Outkast, like AT Aliens era Outkast. It's a lot of like stylistic homage that's in there. So I don't know exactly where he's from, but if he is from Atlanta, it makes a lot of sense. I kind of compared him to a mixture between if you slapped Kenny Mason and Vince Staples together, that's Quadri to me. Good album, good lyricism. I gave it a 4.2 on the lyric side, 4.2 out of 5. Let me make sure. Musicality is kind of where it fails because, like, I think he's an independent artist, so of course he doesn't have the big budget for like a lot of expansive production. But he did a lot for what he had, so 3.9 out of 5. For the musicality, the production was a 3.8 out of 5. Replay value is where it starts to bump back up, a 4.1 out of 5, because like I said, he did a lot with what he had. And storytelling, he did a really, really good job. This is a really concise, cohesive, tight-knit story about just almost like a coming-of-age story and how he got from where he came from to the place where he's at now making music. And I gave the themes and concepts a 4.2 out of 5. And like I said, I gave this album an 8.1 out of 10. And this is Ask a Magnolia by Quadri, Quadry. Dope artist, really good project. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend y'all go check that project out.
Okay.
So that was my Snake. You got the next two.
Okay. Let's see. We at 22.
Yep.
All right. So my number 22 project of 2024 was one of the earlier ones that we listened to last year. Did we do? Yeah, we did a reaction or breakdown to this album. And it's from an artist that's very controversial at the moment. An artist I'm really not checking for currently. But this project did come out last year. I did listen to it, and I did enjoy it. So I got a project from none other than Kanye West,
Boo,
and Ty Dolla $ign, Vultures. Vultures was an album that was like, I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. Granted, I did have a little bit of expectations going into it because of how well Ty and Kanye worked together in the past. So like, okay, this is going to be really good, but I didn't think it was going to be what it turned out to be. Like, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, in my opinion. The production.
This Vultures 1 or 2?
No, 2 is trash.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, no, 2 is fucking garbage. I don't even want to talk about that shit no more. But Vultures 1 is definitely the better out of the 2. The production all the way through is fire. It's not a miss production wise on here. Kanye was in his bag, and whoever was on his team, I forgot who else was helping him on the project. But I mean, for the most part, Kanye was like one of the main producers.
Man, fuck Kanye.
Of the
Keep
whole
going.
project, and regardless of what you think about that, the production on that album is what carries it, in my opinion. The production is top tier. I gave the production on that album a 4.5 out of 5. Like,
ooh,
all the beats are fire to me. All of them, every single one. Now, where the album gets a downturn for me that really kind of holds the album back is the lyricism and the things and concepts. Kanye, please, 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 for the love of God, do not put out another project. We don't need you rapping ever again. You rapping at this point in your career is ass. You are beyond wash at this point. You are like, it's a certain level of cringe that I can't even put into words how cringe this nigga raps right now. That shit is ass, man. And Ty Dolla $ign is not a rapper. Like, he's an R&B artist / crooner. So I'm not looking for him for the lyricisms per se. Even though, honestly, which is kind of ironic, Ty Dolla $ign had the best verse on this whole album.
On the Daughter song, I don't know the title of it.
That song, let's see, I think I know the name of it. Talking. That song, and I'm on the Vultures single. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Nah.
The one that was actually on the radio. Ty Dolla $ign went crazy on that song.
I erased the album from my memory.
Fair enough. But it did make my list at number 22.
Salute.
But yeah, the production carries it. Lyricism, things and concepts, trash.
Nazi salute.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main reasons why the things and concepts is ass. Like at this point, I don't know what he's trying to get out of being so controversial in terms of like purposely saying shit to piss people off, like purposely saying shit to offend people. And on the last song, Problematic, you know.
He been doing it his whole career when you really think about it.
Yeah, but not like this though. Not just so outwardly like this is it. Like it ain't been like that. Like it's just been like a slow transition into it, I feel. But Kanye West, you are a terrible person right now, bro. I don't want to hear shit else you got. But this album was fucking fire. The musicality, production, fire. I can't hold that against you. That shit is amazing. But everything else, well, no, the production, musicality, and the replay value, I feel is very high because the production is so good. But the hooks, trash. Verses, like the actual verses themselves, very lackluster. And it just like, big booty bitches just don't fall out the sky. You know, that shit is fucking trans. I hate that shit. Even though Freddie Gibbs had an amazing verse on that song, but I hate the whole hook on that shit. It's ass. I hate that shit so much. So overall, I mean, it did make my list because I did enjoy the project in some capacity. And I think it is like, as far as replay value, it is higher than the other ones that I mentioned so far. But overall, just Kanye as a person, like, I'm good on you, bro. Like, I don't need anything else. So, but yeah, that's my number 22 is Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign with Vultures. It is a 7.1 out of 10. So, it will go to the next project. Number 21 is an artist that was, is slandered a good word last year or massacred or destroyed?
It depends on who you're talking about.
Okay. Well, he was an artist formerly heralded as a part of the Big Three.
Gosh, boy.
And
Nigga wasn't slandered. That nigga did that shit to himself, man. Keep going.
oh man, okay. Oh well, I think you all know who I'm talking about now.
Lance Armstrong.
I am talking about no one other than J. Cole, Jermaine Anthony Lamar Jackson Cole, whatever you want to call him, J. Fold. I gotta throw that in there. I'm sorry. Like you're not living that down until you prove otherwise. You're not living that down. But J. Cole dropped an album last year. Well, mixtape album, however you want to put it. He might delete the whole thing. So I mean, who knows? But yeah, the album might delete later. And I gave it a 3.5 out of 5, so that's another 7.1 out of 10. Production on the project, I mean, it's hearsay. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I do feel so songs like Pie, Trader Truth and Ibiza, 3001, Crocodile Tears, like those, like the actual beats, like are really good. And even though I got my issues with J. Cole in terms of how he treats people, how he moves in the industry, the lame ass shit he did last year with the apology and then throwing slick shots on Port Antonio, groveling to Drake and, you know, all this other bullshit. Outside of that, he still can rap. And at the end of the day, you have to be able to acknowledge that still, regardless. He can rap with the best of them. And that's what's kind of carried the project. Kind of like with Joyner Lucas. Like, the rapping really carried the project. He rapped really well. I gave the lyricism a 4.5 out of 5.
Oh, shit.
I gave the production 3.5 out of 5. Things and concepts, 2.5 out of 5. Musicality, I gave it a 3. And the replay value, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Because I do think there are songs that do have replay value that I think people like and people enjoy. But overall, it ain't nothing that's moving the needle in terms of like his career and things like that. Like, I don't think it made that big of a splash, even though he's a part of the Big Three. and him being the name that he is, it didn't make that big of a wave when it dropped. I don't know if it's just because of everything that happened with Drake and Kendrick. I don't know. But, I mean, it's not really a song that I feel so most people can go back to and like, that's the one that's going to speak to the masses. I don't think there's a song on here like that. But if you like J. Cole, there's plenty on here that you would enjoy if you like J. Cole. I'll say that. But I don't want to slander him too much because, I mean, we talk about his ass enough. but yeah, that was my number 21. Go get your shit
That's
on.
It's your list, man. It's your party. I just got to invite.
Yeah,
that's nasty work, bro.
How's that nasty work?
Oh my God. Well, what you rated it, I actually rated it higher.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess not.
Yeah, so I was like,
Ugh.
it's just him, bro.
I think the 4.5 out of 5, the lyricism being a 4.5 out of 5. That's the part that's blowing me for real.
Bro, it was good though. He was rapping.
We'll see. Like once we go further.
Okay.
That's high lyricism.
It's not a lot of people that's above him on this list that was rapping better than him.
To be continued.
Okay.
21. Okay.
121.
This is an artist that some of like you real hip hoppers, like who like pop in the comment section on something that has nothing to do with this even subgenre of the art form, will be like, hey, y'all need to go check out such and such. And I'll be like, yeah, I will. I know if I do a reaction, it's going to get 8 views, but I'm going to check it out on my own time because I fuck with y'all. And also, I trust some of y'all opinions in hip-hop. And this artist was somebody that I haven't really heard of prior, like as far as on my own.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard him at all, but I've heard his name several times in the last year or so. Like he was like kind of one of those people being mentioned like, oh, y'all not really fans of lyricism if y'all not listening to such and such.
I hate them shits.
I listen to such and such. And such can fucking rap.
Okay.
Such and such did way better with Derringer production than some other people who have Derringer production on their projects.
Okay, I'm lost now.
The person that I'm speaking about is Rome Streetz.
Oh, your boy. Okay.
Rome Streetz and Derringer dropped
a
a project in 2024 titled The Hatton Garden Hold Up.
Okay.
In my modest opinion.
Okay.
My humble and modest opinion.
I'm about to say,
even though it's the same thing. Was the best project that came out of the Griselda camp last year.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hatton Garden Hold Up.
Okay.
In my opinion, was the best. And not by much, because we had Everybody Can't Go. We had Stabbed and Shot 2. We had that West Side Gun album was even kind of decent. But yeah, it was like 4 or 5, like not really. It was 4 or 5 good albums that came from Griselda last year, at least.
Yeah.
The Wrong Street Project, to me, solely produced by Derringer, was the best project to come out of Griselda last year in 2024. I gave this album another 8.1 out of 10. Lyricism, 4.2. I got my shit mixed up. Okay, musicality is where's the album? Let me get back to it. Hatton Garden, hold on. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, you got yours all out of order.
Yeah, it's because I was doing it as I was coming to the album. So musicality, 4.1, production, 4, replay value, 4, themes and concepts, 4. The thing about him in particular, which kind of gave him a little bit of like standing out in reference to the group, maybe excluding West Side Gun, was Rome Streetz did a good job of like bringing home what he was trying to get across, and it not sound derivative of previous songs on the project, or songs that come from where he comes from. It's almost like him and Derringer had an understanding to where I want you to give me a different style of beat a little bit than what you would give a Conway. Like, I want us to build our own individual chemistry and it not just be from the Derringer batch. You know, it's still Derringer beats, but it's just not super copycatish from what the other artists get 100%. It's like certain Derringer beats, like as soon as the beat come on, it's like a sonic indicator. And you're like, okay, I know this is a Derringer beat. And it just has this certain flow and cadence and BPM rather. And it's like either Rome Streetz is doing better with them or they're slightly different. But I'm gonna go on the limb of them being slightly different and he's doing a little bit better. He was rapping his ass off on this project. So yeah, man, Haddon Garden Hold Up. If you like Rome Streetz or if you are a fan of the big three from Griselda, you will like this project. And also check out Marciology. It was pretty good. And another person I do want to do an honorable mention for. Rest in peace first and foremost. Ka.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace to Ka. He passed last year. And before his passing, he dropped a project titled The Thief Next to Jesus.
Yeah.
Lyrically,
fire.
One of the best albums that came out in 2024.
Fire.
Everything else held it back. Excluding themes and concepts.
Yeah.
Everything else held it back.
Yeah.
But lyrically, he's got a song on there, I think it's called Beautiful. If you don't even go listen to the project, go check out that song, Beautiful by Ka from The Thief Next to Jesus. Tearjerker, especially knowing that he didn't make it out of 2024. And
that's not one of those albums you can like passively listen to. Like
no, absolutely
like
not.
You have to be able to sit down and be able to truly grasp and understand what he's saying, because he's like, the way he's rapping and the shit that he's rapping about is it can go over your head very easily if you're not really locked into it.
And the
you
mix,
gotta pay attention.
And he's buried beneath the mix.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
that was a big issue I had, like musicality wise. He was buried so deep beneath the mix, and it's like, okay, am I turning it up?
And it still sound low.
But it's like I'm also turning the beat up. I would have had to like isolate the tracks. Like I would have had to reproduce the album.
Like you needed
to turn him up. Yeah, I would have needed the stems. And that hurt the overall value of the album. But like, if you're cool with lo-fi raps, you'll enjoy that because it's so dense. The theme of it and how like religion is like religion and revolution is like sewn together. Like they're almost the left and right foot of the black experience, and how he did that was impeccable.
Yeah. Like
the concept of the album and the lyrical delivery, immaculate. It's just everything else about it, because at the end of the day, it is still music.
Yeah.
But like rapping wise, fucking lead. Rest in peace to Ka. Like I said, if you like lo-fi hip hop and lo-fi lyrical hip hop in particular, go check out The Thief Next to Jesus. And then also search who was the thief next to Jesus on Crucifixion, and once you do that,
it'll put in context. It
puts the album in much more context. But let me go to number 20.
Yes.
Number 20. This was also an artist that I had heard of before. But his project that I heard, I think it was 2022. I can't really remember, because I know we didn't do a list for 2023. I had heard of this artist. I did not like the album that I heard from him the first time. I did not like it.
Okay.
I did not fucking like it.
Okay.
Damn, my computer, I need to put my shit on the charger. It's crazy that it's about to die from me not doing nothing but looking at it. But this album, much better, flowed much better. It was actually much more musical, and he did a lot with being very lyrically and technically sound with this album, while getting off very dense and very sad and borderline traumatic shit. Mauvi, Shadowbox. This is a really good fucking album. And the thing about this album that I liked about it, like I said, he's handling so many deep, dense, and heavy concepts in this album, but the songs are ear candy sometimes. And the album is very, very, very poetic. I think the first song is a poem. And when you, as you're going through the album, you realize it's like a love letter to himself. And the first song, the intro, this poem is going, and I'm like, is he talking to his inner child? And then he gets like halfway through the album, and that particular theme comes up in one of the skits or one of the like interludes. I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. And he was talking about like how like a demon or a shadow sometimes follows kids around as they progress into their adult years. And I think the demon was more so synonymous with vices and generational trauma and shit like that. And he's talking about some really heavy shit on this album. But like if you're listening to it and you're listening to it passively, you're going to get caught up in the rhythm and like how he's rapping, because technically he's going crazy. Like how he's like these rhyme schemes and patterns, and how he's like delaying the rhyme halfway into the next bar on some of these, and he's like rhyming 4 to 5 different schemes at the same time. Amazing technically. But like I said, this album is Shadowbox from Mauvi. Let me find it on the computer before it dies.
Like I really want to get, like when I was listening to it, bro, like you make it sound so good, bro. You make it the way you describe it. It's an album I want to hear, bro.
It's tight, bro.
Bro, it just I don't know. I think it was just like a mix of, I guess, me just getting album fatigue.
Yeah.
And it just, when I was going, I listened to it 3 times, and it just didn't hit for me like that. Like, I'm going to go back to it at some point. Like, I literally have it marked, like, on my list, like, to go back to and listen to, and just really give it another shot. You know what I'm saying? Because I trust, like, your musical opinion when it comes to certain things. And you've been on that album from the jump.
Keep going, I'll be right.
So, I'll definitely go back and give it a shot, but it didn't make my list, cause it just, I don't know, just something about it. It just did not vibe. It did not connect. It didn't hit for me. But like I said, I definitely respect like Skip opinion on that though, because like I said, for the most part, he's pretty spot on in terms of music. So I'll give it another shot at some point, but unfortunately, it didn't make my 25 anywhere. Did you have anything else to say about it before I go to my 20?
I gotta do the
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this was a good album, bro. Mauvi is very, very talented, man.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
If you like Kenny Mason, you'll like him. If you like Mike, who put out Disco a few years ago, you'll like him.
Yeah, that was on the list. I don't remember that album that well. I do remember it being on the list though, but I don't remember it that well.
Okay, I'm back. Had to get a charger.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I found it in my criteria. 8.2 out of 10 for Mauvi, Shadowbox. Lyricism, 4.3 out of 5.
Okay.
Musicality, I think that's how I got it. Musicality is a 4 out of 5. The production wasn't that great. I gave it a 3.8 out of 5. The replay value, due to the ear candy nature of the songs and just how well he's rapping, I get it a 4. Where is it? I just lost it. 4.2 out of 5. And with the themes and concepts, 4.2 out of 5. What I'm noticing throughout the process of listening to all of these albums, you have to make good use of your skits and interludes. Yeah. It is extremely important. Like, that is one of the things that changes a collection of songs into a well orchestrated body of work. So if you are an artist and you're listening to this, because you never know who's watching, or you're somebody who listens to music and is kind of building your taste, like refining it, just as you're listening to albums, just think about like some of the better albums you've heard, and find one commonality in them all is they all have really, really good skits. Now you have some bad albums that have really good skits, but one commonality of really good classic level albums, they all have really good skits. And it could be the beginning, like Nas with Illmatic. It starts off on a skit. Only Built for Cuban Links, same thing. Like, I ain't finna keep going, but the point I'm making is that is something that you could use to tie a thread through your album without having to do too much explaining in the songs and let the songs live on their own. And the threads that are built into them with your songwriting and storytelling does enough of it for you. But yeah, man, really good album. Shout out to Mauvi, talented young artist. And my number, that was number 20. My number 19.
Well, hold on, I gotta go.
Oh, so I did 21 and 20. Okay, go ahead, my bad.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine.
Let me hide my list so you can't see my shit.
So my number 20 is from a new artist, well, newer artist in terms of the current landscape. And I think he has potential to be, great if he's able to truly like grasp and understand, like, I think health wise, I think he'll be great if he's really able to get some of the weight down. But overall, I think he has a lot of potential as far as being able to make songs. He knows how to make music. I definitely give him that. Now, his rapping ability as far as like lyricism in terms of like, if you're looking for double and triple entendres or like delayed rhyme schemes and all that stuff, you're not going to get that here. But what you going to get is charisma, execution. Like he really, in terms of like how he projects, that vocal projection, that's a good word to use on the project. Like he really brings you into the songs because he's always in your face when he's rapping. He's not necessarily yelling, but his voice is just that deep. It carries that far to where you can't help but hear what the fuck he's saying. And my number 20 is going to be to Big X the Plug. With the album titled Take Care, which I thought was kind of weird with, Drake releasing the album Take Care being, that title being just so synonymous with Drake and just
KRS-One dropped the blueprint.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you don't get that too often. Like, it's just certain album titles, like, you automatically, link with a certain person. So
Big X said, nah, nigga, that jersey ain't retired where I'm from.
Fair enough.
I can wear number 6 too.
He the biggest, the largest. And I really like this album, man. I liked this album from the very first time I heard it. It was very consistent. It never really went down. Granted, it didn't really go up either, but from the moment I heard it, I'm like, oh no, this shit fire. I like Big X the Plug. I like how he rap. And he's very entertaining, bro. Like, that's probably the biggest thing I can take away from, like, he keeps me entertained the entire time when he's rapping. But one thing he did really good on this album. I don't know how that's going to carry him for the rest of his career, but he had really good production.
Yeah.
On this album. I forgot the name of the producer that really did majority of these beats. And that's unfortunate. That's me. I should know that. But I forgot who did the production. But the beats on this album, all fire. I like the flips he did with certain samples. He did the Isley Brothers. He did the Law and Order. He did the what else? It was
they ain't make a dime off this album. All them samples they had.
Hell yeah, like that's one thing I'm saying. Like as far as his career, I hope he's able to like diversify his portfolio enough to where he can make more original music that still catches the people. Because if you go through a lot of his mixtapes. And this project, like, it's a lot of sample shit. Like, you got to get clearances for it. I'm surprised this album came out when it did because he was really hot. He was able to drop an album while he was hot with all these clearances and stuff. All these samples that he got. But yeah, I gave the production a 4 out of 5. It's not a miss on this project in terms of beat selection. I love every beat on here. Lyricism, I gave it a 3.5. I think it's good. His cadence, his flow is really well, but he's not really saying anything like super amazing. But his cadence and flow can take you far if you know how to do it really well. And I think he does that very well. Content and themes, gave it a 2.5 out of 5. It's still young nigga shit. It's still YN nigga shit. So it ain't like nothing too elaborate and, things like that. So he just dresses it up differently. That's all. Musicality, I gave it a 3.6 out of 5. Just how well like the songs flowed into each other. The sequencing I thought was really good. And I really like, just like we were talking about, the samples that he really used. He's able to flip them and do them very, very well. Replay value, because of that, I think is really high, in my opinion, in terms of what people like to listen to currently. I gave it a 4.5 replay value. So it's a 17.6 out of 25. So that's like a 7.1 out of 10. And as I'm going through my list, I'm noticing all these albums, it ain't gonna be an 8 till I get to my top 10.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
I don't know if I'm about to just redo my, recalculate or something, but yeah, all these gonna be 7s until
it's too late now, gang. We're here.
Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, all these gonna be 7s. It ain't no 8 until I get to the top 10. So that's crazy.
I thought I was the tough critic.
Yeah.
But what I say before, I was like, you might be like, shit, Skip, you glazed it a little bit. Yeah, man.
That's my number 20. Big as the plug. I really enjoyed that album. I think a lot of people really liked that album. I didn't hear any bad reception around the project. I think everybody,
I liked it too,
for the most part, really enjoyed the project, and just that replay value, even though it's not as dense content wise as some of the other albums that I did like, but the replay value is there for me.
On the biggest, the largest.
Yeah, it's there. So it's no way I cannot, as much as I played this album, I cannot not have it on my list.
Yeah.
It got too many spins. So it got to be there. So, but yeah, that's my number 20. And going into number 19 is a project that set the second half of the summer off last year. From an artist that's very well known, that should be mentioned in one of the most influential artists of the 2010s going on forward to now. You don't have majority of the great music that you have with this guy. And it's,
okay, I know you're talking about.
It's gonna be Future and Metro Boomin.
Oh no, I was wrong.
We Still Don't Trust You is my number 19 project of last year. And I said that's the second half because he dropped another project maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks before that really set the summer off. But this album here definitely carried the momentum still, because it was still a lot of, beef tracks, because a lot of people that didn't like Drake was, throwing shots on the album. So it still carried on the beat for the most part. But honestly, between the two projects, in terms of Future, his catalog, he gave you one project was mostly raps. And then this album here is mostly the R&B side of Future. Now, I put it below the other project because I know you said with the deluxe, we don't count and all that. But when I went back and I tried to verify, just to be sure that those songs that we was talking about was either added later or added with the original release, it was on the original release, bro.
What songs are you talking about?
Those last 5 that's out the Red Leather?
Nah, those songs not. Hold on, let me show you.
They was on there, bro.
Let me show you. Yeah, that's this too. That's a completely different project. It stopped at this one.
But are we not counting double disc though?
No, I'm saying those aren't original. When the album first came out, it stopped at Red Leather.
I don't remember that, bro. I remember it being all of those the day I listened to it. 'Cause I'm just like, that's why I didn't like it. And those last songs on that double disc for me, I mean, I know you don't count it, but I counted it in mine.
Mm-hmm.
So those really kind of hold it back for me. Those songs are not necessary.
Did you listen to it when it first came out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember listening to those songs when it first came out because I remember the Charlamagne skit.
Yeah, Initially, those weren't. It's at least not on Apple Music. Okay. Now they might have been different on Spotify, but after Red Leather, the album ended for me.
Okay,
well, I've never heard those songs.
Yeah, on Spotify, it was like that from day one. I heard it, so I was just like, I didn't like those songs. They weren't necessary to me. I think it should have stopped. This is another one of those projects where volume kind of holds the album back, in my opinion, because even though I like R&B Future, and there's a lot of these songs I like, but some of the songs, even if we just count the first disc, I don't think should have been on there. Red Leather, I hate that song. I'm sorry. I know y'all love that song as J. Cole stands and all that. That shit is trash. I hate that song. It should not be on the project. I'm finna pull this one up because this album has so much potential to be higher than what it was. Because all the samples Metro did on this one was fire. The production on this half of the album, amazing. But some of the songs, content wise and hooks, and I didn't really care for it. So let me pull up those ones I know shouldn't have been on here, in my opinion. We still okay.
This is nasty work, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, cause see, this is how it looks on Spotify.
Yeah, it don't look like that.
Yeah, and this how it was when I listened to it. So it was just all together. But yeah, Red Leather can go. One Big Family can go. Overload can go. Mile High Memories can go. That's it.
I might say.
That's it. That's it.
You getting out of hand.
Yeah, no. That's it. So yeah, Red Leather, One Big Family, Overload, Mile High Memory, all those can go. But the rest of these shits though, Came to the Party, Nights Like This, All to Myself, Love Bad Bees, This Sunday, Jealous, like all them songs is fire, bro. Like Metro truly showed what chemistry means. Like he gave you a great example last year of what it means to have chemistry with an artist. Because the way he did those beats last year really catered to what we love Future for, in terms of like the feel, like the trap soul and things like that. Metro did an immaculate job. Y'all gotta give him his props. Even if he don't win the awards like he wants to, you got street cred, brother. Okay? I respect you, bro.
Moral victories is for minor league coaches.
But Metro, man, fantastic job on both of those projects last year. Let's see. Let me go into my list. So, production, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Lyricism, I gave it a 2.9 out of 5. Things and concepts, 2 out of 5. Because it's still just ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like elaborate or detailed. Like Future has been a lot more, dense on a lot of other projects than this one. So it wasn't that high for me. Musicality, I gave it a 3.7. And that's mainly due to, like, I would have sequenced it a little bit better. Certain songs I think could have been, like, in terms of, like, the listening experience could have been better off in a certain order, or just songs removed entirely, like the ones I mentioned. So I gave it a 3.7. But I do like R&B Future. Like, I like, what I'm saying, when he get in his bag, his R&B bag. So I like that. Replay value, I did give it a 4.5. It does have high replay value still, even though it's songs I would take off. But the songs that are there are amazing. So, so that's Future Metro booming, without getting too crazy with it. But We Still Don't Trust You at number 19.
Was it better than We Don't Trust You to you?
Well, it's my go next, right?
Yeah. How long? Yeah.
So at number 18, we got Future Metro booming. We Don't Trust You.
Nasty word.
They just too close to me to where I can't, it's not a lot of degree of separation. They're both really fucking good, bro. I know on one day I might like We Still Don't Trust You more, but another day I may like the first one more. That's literally just how I'm feeling that day determines which one I like more. Like, they're that close to me. But in terms of like the songs that I go back to and replay the most out of the two projects, it's the first one for me. We Don't Trust You. That project, hands down, set the sum off last year. If it wasn't for that project, we wouldn't have had a lot of the, the motion that we had, just to say the least, because Like That still rings off. Okay? Kendrick Lamar did his thing on that song. The beat is fucking, Metro fucking beefing with this nigga at the end of the song. Like he was able to get his bars off against Drake. The Future, you know, he throwing his little shots here and there. But for the most part, the people who had real issues with Drake was able to get their shit off on that song. So, but yeah, I do. If I just had to judge it, though, I think I still like "We Don't Trust You" more than the second project. So, and some of my favorite songs from this project is, of course, Like That, Running Out of Time, Ain't No Love, Everyday Hustle, Seen It All, Type Shit. The first song, We Don't Trust You. Like, it's a lot of these songs. Like, it's only like one skip or one song I would just like throw away, and that's GTA. I still don't like GTA to this day. From the very first time I heard it to now, that shit don't move me at all. I'm like, take this shit off. This shit is boring. Like, you dragging the album down with this one song. Take that shit off. But yeah, those are songs I really like. For as far as my ratings, production, another 4.5. Lyricism, I gave it a 3.2 on this one because I feel the Future was rapping a little bit harder on this project versus the, you know, R&B one. And then the features was really good because Rick Ross, let's see. Yeah, Rick Ross, Travis Scott, Playboy Cardi. They all had really good verses. The Weeknd was really good. But for the most part, Future was rapping, like till I know Future on this project. So that's why I gave it a little bit of higher rating than the other project, 3.2 out of 5. Things and Concepts, 2 out of 5. I mean, it's still the same. If you know Future, you know Future. Musicality, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Replay value, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. So that's still a 7.1 out of 10, but I mean, I still enjoyed the project enough for it to make my list. So back-to-back entries from Future and Metro, I didn't see it no other way. Like I said, on any given day, one album could be over the other. It just depends on how I feel. So, but shout out to Future and Metro. And then Future dropped 3 projects last year. I forgot. He dropped the 3rd one. That was decent. It wasn't as good as these first 2, but, you know, yeah. So shout out to Future, shout out to Metro. We'll see what he do because I think he got another mixtape coming this year. I'll hold my breath on that one because I think Future needs to slow down a little bit. Like, you old, bro.
We got to feed the streets.
So just relax. Like, you gave us enough, bro. Like, you gave us 3 number 1 albums last year.
I'm cool on Future for a little while.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. Like, most people can't do that, bro. Give you 3 number 1s in a year. Regardless of the climate and who it came out against, I don't give a shit about none of that. It's still a number 1 album. He gave you 3 number 1s last year. That's crazy. But yeah, that's my number 19 and 18. So what's yours?
Okay, number 19, a Detroit artist, at least to my knowledge. Yeah, you mentioned him earlier. Babyface Ray. The kid that did.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good project.
Yeah, I liked it too.
This project had raps when it needed to have, like, structured raps, like rhyme schemes. A big thing about this album is it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, it is.
This album reminds me of what we thought Lil Baby was going to remain.
Oh, man.
It's some Wayne homage in this album. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's some Wayne homage in here in this project that I like. Peak Wayne, like Prostitute Flange era Wayne, that I thought was dope. The intro track, Goofies and Groupies, fire way to start the project. The beat selection, how he chose to rap, the hooks, the stuff he was talking about was diverse. This was a good project, a project that I wasn't anticipating being good. I hadn't heard anything personally from Babyface Ray in a while. So this was, like, it was so crazy when I heard it. I was like, damn, like.
I do get him and Baby Tron mixed up, though.
I was like, I forgot what he sounded like. Like, cause also you have him, and I don't know what ESTG is from, but like I had kind of was kind of like on some synonymous shit with them.
He not. I think he from like Tennessee or Kentucky. Or something
Okay,
like
but
I think he from Kentucky. I'm tripping.
like they were like in a batch.
Yeah.
To me, but like this is like some standout shit to where like whenever Babyface Ray drops, I want to hear it now. The kid that did was very good. I gave it an 8.2 out of 5. Lyricism a 4 out of 5 because he's really talking about some shit on this project. The kid that did, okay.
Right, yeah.
Musicality 4.3, production 4.3, replay value 4.2 out of 5, themes and concepts 3.5 out of 5. It was just like you did well with what you had.
Mm-hmm.
You just didn't bring a lot. So, like I said, 3.5 out of 5 with the themes and concepts. But the stuff that you were talking about, you talked about it from nuanced spaces. Like one of the albums that could have made the list, that didn't make the list, was Gunna, One of One.
Yeah.
It was like on that bubble, like where it could have possibly made it.
Oh, I will. Now that you bring that up, because it didn't make my list. However, it did kind of grow on me a little bit.
Yeah, it's a pretty good album. It's just not nearly diverse enough.
Yeah.
And like his rhymes, like the actual shit he's saying, like even down to his flows is redundant as fuck, but it's good. But it's not good enough when you got people like approaching shit diverse. Like it's like good with Gunna project, and which is why it didn't make the top 25. It's like, bro, it really could have been how the first project you made when you got out of jail was. Or the last project you made before you went to jail. It was like hook verse hook next song. That's probably how you should have did this album as well, because it's just like if you gonna have the same flow on both verses and you talking about the same shit on both verses, it's no point in doing that. And Babyface Ray did the opposite, which is why it made it its way onto the list. This was a good project. So I'm excited to see what Babyface Ray has coming next. I'm gonna kind of get through some of these because I don't want it to be too long. But the next one,
Yeah, you can do 18. I did my 18 already.
Love and Service by Brother Ali.
That's your boy.
Logic. You should study this man. If you put J. Cole and Logic together and they fuse, they turn into Brother Ali. And then you sprinkle some Talib Kweli on there. So Logic, J. Cole fuse.
Fusion.
They do their shit. Y'all probably gonna crack on us about that in the comment section, but it's cool. But so if you get Logic and Cole to fuse, and they become one whole black man.
Oh no, Skill.
And then you sprinkle.
No.
And then you sprinkle some Talib Kweli on top.
No.
You get Brother Ali.
Don't do that, Skill. You get one whole black man, nigga. What?
Hey, I said what I said.
That's crazy.
There is not a lot of people that I heard in 2024 that are even rapping on par. Fuck out rapping, that are rapping on par with Brother Ali. The first time I heard this album, had like an 8.5. I had to come down just a tad, like due to production and some of the stylistic choices, which kind of affected musicality. But like, this nigga can rap. I don't even know if he black or not, because if he is, he's albino, which is cool. I'm just not sure if he's black or not, so I don't want to be just calling him a nigga, but Brother Ali, fire. It reminded me of this album a little bit as far as like how he approaches like his verses and stuff.
Okay.
And it makes sense because they're both of the Muslim faith. Like it's once like the Ottomans, which is I think the first song that he's actually rapping on. Incredible.
That song fire, bro.
It's another song on the album where he's like just talking about I don't want to say, but he's like talking about like the like balance, like how the faith is going into the wars that's going on. It's the song where he's on the hook. but no one's understanding. Like whatever song that is when y'all hear it. Like that song, like I almost cried the first time I heard that song too, because it's so real and it speaks so much into the conflict that's going on, you know, with Israel and Palestine and the stuff and all of the genocide that's going on over the Gaza Strip and all of that stuff. It's so real because those things are happening right now. And the way he's discussing it is so in depth. And how he's having this conversation about throughout the album of understanding self and blending that in with giving yourself grace, humility, and understanding that we're all on this mission to get home. This album is beautifully written. Shout out to Brother Ali, man. Shout out to Brother Ali. This is a really, really, really good album. Like I say, like some of the production choices and like some of, like, of course, like some of the hooks aren't that good. But I don't think that was the aim of the project, but I still have to account for it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I gave this album an 8.2 out of 10. Like I said, it's not a lot of people rapping with Brother Ali. Give me 1 second. Let me find the album and where I have it. Lyricism, 4.6 out of 5.
Okay.
He is rapping. He is telling stories very intricately, very in depth. His rhymes, like the way he's rapping, oh my God, like J. Cole and Logic, Fuse, boom. You get Brother Ali. Let me see. Musicality is where it suffers a little bit. 3.8 out of 5. Production, 3.9 out of 5. Replay value, due to the slippage in musicality and production value, is 3.8 out of 5. Themes and concepts, strong, 4.4 out of 5.
I thought you were gonna say 5.
Like, it's some stuff that like takes, but it's another song on the project, the title track, Love and Service. Mm-hmm. If you don't listen to any songs on the project, listen to Love and Service, listen to the Ottomans, and it's another song. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. Love. And I hate how to, let me just search his name. And also, if you like Love and Service, Brother Ali dropped another project this year in 2025 called Satisfied Soul. I haven't heard it yet, but I do want to get into it. The Collapse. So if you do listen to this, or you just want to listen to a couple songs to see how you feel about it, the Ottomans, The Collapse, Love and Service, and Worthy. If you're going to listen to some songs from this project to just see if I'm who I say I am as far as my taste in music, those 4 songs, if they don't do it for you, your whole perspective is whack on this hip hop shit. Because
maybe you love me when I fade to black.
Inherently, this album speaks to a lot of what hip hop is meant to be.
Okay.
Not just the aesthetic of it. Real shit. So yeah. Brother Ali, Love and Service. Dope album. And my next one completely switches the tone and tenor of where we going.
Oh boy.
Glorious, by none other than the biggest Glorilla.
Wow.
Big Memphis.
Wow. Okay.
Glorilla. This album reminds me of when I was 18, 17, and I had free nights and weekends on my cell phone. She mentions Friday and 7:30 so many fucking times on this album. And it's just like, damn, bro, like she's so young and like just unassuming and coming into herself. And that's dope because she's so fucking honest on this album. Yeah, like man. The song that she got with Money Long. Mm-hmm. The way she's talking to her homegirl, like that's the type of like love that you have where it's like, that nigga don't deserve my friend. I love you enough to like build you up, but also a part of me building you up,
I gotta keep
is helping breaking down the parts of you that are leading to you getting hurt. I didn't think I was gonna ever hear in my whole life Money Long say F nigga. I never thought I would hear her use those two words in succession like that, but that was cool. But yeah, the Kurt Franklin song got some tears up out of me.
Hold on.
Not that song.
No, I'm just saying like that's enough.
But yeah, it's not a dry spot on this whole album.
I agree.
She's honest, like nothing sounds contrived. It all feels like it's natural. Glorilla. It's natural. Like I'm saying, like it's authentic. Like I really, really like this project from Glorilla. And what she misses in like super duper technical rhyme skills, she picks it up with charisma. She picks it up with her beat choices. She picks it up with her delivery. She picks it up with how she approaches shit. And then she got the choir, and it didn't sound contrived. Like a lot of Southern artists, when you feel like you need one of them songs to ingratiate yourself with the listener, you go get a choir. Big Crit's done it. Chica on her project Industry Games, she did it. Like a lot of artists do it. It's not Lil Wayne did it on Best Rapper Alive. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's not a foreign concept. Yeah. So it's just about if you can nail it or not. And Glorilla, her honesty is the thing that sticks out to me the most on this project. I'm really a fan of Glorilla after listening to this project. And I was able to listen to it a few times, like sometimes back to back, just like goodness. Like this is a thing that a lot of women in hip hop have been missing in the last few years. Just like that raw, authentic realness, like just cutting through all the other bullshit. Like she
believable, bro. That's what it is.
Not just that, but like some of the ways that Tupac cut through.
Oh, okay.
She gives me some of that. Not to say that she's gonna be great like Tupac, but just more so like, hey, this ain't a song.
Like this me talking to you.
I am speaking to you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? With just real shit. It ain't gotta be a triple. It don't have to be none of that because it's real. And it's very real. You know what I'm saying? Like even the song where she was talking about, I think she was fucking with like a drug dealer or something.
Stop playing with that girl. Stop playing with that girl.
But yeah, and then she had the bops. She definitely had the bops.
Let her cook.
She had the girly music. She finna show her ass. She did the Wipe Me Down flip. I like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this was a good project. Like I said,
how about look?
8.2 out of 10. And was that my 2?
Yeah, but I do agree with Skip. Everything he said about that album. I love Glorilla Project. I wish it could have made my list. It was number 27 on mine, so it was close. It was close, but like you said, it's just her raw honesty and like like you said, she's not really trying to rap. She's just talking to you, bro. And I think that's what really just makes you like her. Like,
thank you, Lord.
Like it ain't no facade she's putting on. Like you can tell like that's just how she is every fucking day. And I think that's gonna carry her for a while. Like I don't think she's gonna go away anytime soon. And I think she's like really in the process of dropping like music frequently. Like if Cardi was able to, because Cardi's kind of selling it the same way. Like you're not really listening to the bars for her, but you just like her personality. If Cardi was able to last as long as she has, and she has one album, Glorilla got 2 already. Cardi has 1, and she's able to stay relevant all this time. I think Glorilla will do just fine. I think she's gonna be around for a while, and she's able to keep her head on straight and just, keep doing what she's doing, man. But yeah, shout out to Glorilla.
Okay.
But my next one is my number 17, and it's a project that you already mentioned, Skip. Actually, my boy Denzel Curry. King of the Mischievous South, Volume 2. Now, granted, I have not heard Volume 1 yet still. I've been looking for it. I can't find it. It must be on like streaming, like the mixtapes or something like that.
God knows.
It gotta be, because I can't find it, because I wanted to hear it. If this Volume 2, what Volume 1 sound like, But yeah, Denzel Curry, I really enjoyed this project from the very first time I heard it. And it never went away from me. Like, I love the influences. Like, he used his influences so well in this project. Like, as far as the Southern influence, the Memphis influence, 3-6 Mafia, Project Pat. Like, and then he had them featured in the project. That's what I love. Like, if you gonna have, like, if you go, like, I'm not gonna necessarily say bite, but if you gonna lean heavily on a certain sound, you gotta get, like, the forefathers of that sound to, like, basically give you that stamp, give you that cosign. That's the only way it looks and feels better, in my opinion. And he did just that on this project. Let's see. Production wise, I gave it a 3.8 out of 5. Even though I love every beat on the project, but they do sound kind of similar. Like, it's not enough diversity for me, in my opinion. So even though they all sound good, but they are very, very similar sounding beats. So that's why I couldn't give it like the 4 range like I wanted to, because it just like a lot of songs do kind of sound the same. So I gave it a 3.8 out of 5. Lyricism, I gave it a 3.3 out of 5. This is not the Denzel Curry project if you want to hear like super lyrical Denzel Curry. I think he's really just like, you know, having a good time with this one. Like, I don't think the intention was to make you think. It was just for you to put you in a certain mind state of Southern lifestyle, like, honestly. And, you know, the whole pimp aesthetic. I think it was just more so him just trying to entertain you versus trying to make you think like he would do on some of his other projects. So even though I understand that, but I still have to weigh it against some of the projects that go like that's higher than it, like in terms of like lyricism. Like, I gotta be realistic in that. And yeah, no, it's not the most lyrical thing from Denzel Curry. So I gave it a 3.3 out of 5. Content and themes is really good because I like the Southern like playlistic like theme of the project in terms of like, you know, it's like going through the day of the life, or pretty much like a pimp for the most part. I mean, it's a known Southern aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? So he did very well with that. But in terms of like the actual content of the project, it's not really much there, in my opinion. But like I said, I think that still leans back to more so he just trying to make you have a good time. So I don't think he was really trying that hard, but I did have to give it a 2.9 out of 5 for things and concepts. Musicality, I gave it a 3.8 just because of the feeling that it gave me for majority of the project. Like, this is one of those songs, like, this is a summertime album. You gotta have, you know what I'm saying, the windows down, car wash, bumping your shit. Like, this is one of those albums where you ride through, like, the summer and you blast your shit. Like, it's one of those type albums. So the feeling that it gives me on that is very, very, very immaculate. So, but yeah, I gave it a 3.8 out of 5. Replay value, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Like, I think the songs are good enough, even though they do sound kind of similar. I think they are good enough to where, like, you can, you know what I'm saying, have a good time with this project. And I really, really enjoyed it. Hey, I just listened to it, what's the day, Friday? I listened to it Wednesday. Shit, like, I just heard this album, so it's really good. And but yeah, I gave it a 3.6 out of 5. So yeah, that's another 7.1 when I actually do the calculation on that. So I didn't think I was this strict or that harsh on them when I actually do it like that. But yeah, man, I really feel like it's like an 8, but my scores say otherwise. So I just got to run with it. So yeah, it's a 7.1 out of 10, but it's still an amazing project in my opinion. Like, another solid entry for Denzel Curry. And, you know, I'm excited to see what he comes out with next. I wonder if he's going to stay with this aesthetic and try to release another one of these, or is he going to like get back to the bars? Like, I don't know, but either way, I'm interested. I'm tuned in.
Yeah, I think the hip hop genre is so sensitive to craftsmanship right now that he probably feel like he can do whatever, but he also probably feel like he can take a big swing now. Because I think Melt My Eyes might have been 2022. Mm-hmm. So it's probably time for him to do one of those. Especially if Jid drops some heat.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go to my next one. And this one is an album of contention. Well, you going to flame me, but I don't give a shit. I don't stand it on mine.
Bro, you had Mike Delete Later in your top 25. You can't do much worse.
Okay. I stand by this
and
album.
You had Vultures in there.
Vultures? Okay. Fair enough. This album, I'm standing by 10 Toes. You say it's not a top 25 album. I disagree. But shout out to the boy Cordae at number 16 with the Crossroads.
You got J. Cole and J. Cole light in this bitch. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do, bro. Cordae, I'm gonna start with the positives.
Them hooks was garbage.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fuck it. We'll go ahead. That's the one thing that really, really held this album back. It was a lot of, well, not a lot of, but it was certain cringy lines in here. I'm just like, why did you say that? Like, you didn't need to say it, especially the way you said it. It just sounds creepy. It sounds weird. A lot of weird ass hooks towards like the back end of the album that really, really hurt the musicality of it.
And he sound like Daffy Duck.
Man, you can't. I don't hold that against him, bro. That's his list, bro. You can't do that.
Me neither.
You can't do that.
I'm just talking shit.
Oh, you can't do that to him, man. He can't help that shit.
Because if that's the case, I had to shit on Freddie Gibbs too.
Hell yeah.
Because Freddie Gibbs, he rap like he just took a muscle relaxer.
No, Brad, the rapper. This, all right, bro. The fuck?
Go ahead.
But no, man, I would, yeah, that really kind of hurt the album for me. When you mentioned it, I didn't want to say it, but you mentioned, I was like, damn, Skip. Yeah. Stop being so goddamn observant. Shit.
My bad.
I was like, God damn it, Skip. Shit, man.
My bad. I'm sorry.
But no, I do agree with you, bro. Like, he took so many steps forward with this project, in my opinion. But then you had shit like that. It just kind of like you made progress, but not as much as you should have. Like, you took 5 steps forward, but then 3 steps back. So yeah, you made progress, but it ain't much. But I do see the potential. Like, I do feel as though whatever you did from the last project to this one, I think it's like his management team, restructure deal, whatever. I don't know what it is, but the direction he was allowed to go in with this project as far as how he rolled it out, because he rolled it out like as one of the rappers album. And I do agree with that. Like, I think he was rapping really, really well, you know, on a majority of this album. And then the features, you know, held their own, really contribute to, I think, the aesthetic he was trying to go for. I mean, he had 2 Wayne features on here.
He both snapped on Saturday morning.
Yeah. Like, he had, both of them shits was fire. And I think he did a really good job with the rollout of the album going into it, like, because I was definitely satisfied with the raps, 100%. But also, to me, and this is where another place where the album kind of shines, in my opinion, I think you hear a little bit of his maturity and growth as a person with him becoming a father.
Absolutely.
Like, you can hear, like, versus the first album was good. It was the second album where he had the sophomore slump. He kind of dropped out with the second one. But because the first album was kind of like his intro, his, like, then, yeah. But this album, you could really hear a lot of the heart into, like, and I really like the song that he had, 06 Dreaming, where he really kind of detailed the life of his mother being an artist and an entertainer and how that influenced him, what he was doing during those moments where she was trying to chase her dreams. And now he's in a position to where he could, you know, take care of her and she can, like, vicariously live her dreams through him. Mm-hmm. Like, that's as a way of, like, paying respect to his mom for the sacrifices that she made on her journey coming out. I love stuff like that. Like, I love, like, that's the kind of stuff that I love in terms of showing your work, Big Sean. I'm sorry. I gotta throw that shout out there. You are too great of an artist and a rapper to let somebody like Cordae show you up. And that's exactly, he did that shit with one song versus your whole album that you dropped last year. That's crazy to me. That is so insane to me. You gotta do better, bro. And I fuck with you heavy, dog. I'm one of your loyal advocates, but that album last year wasn't it, dog. Just come back. But anyway, let me get back to Cordae. But yeah, I love the song 06 Dreaming. Like, that's one of those examples of showing your work. Yeah. And invoking feeling into it, because and also he was able to, like, visually paint the scenes. You can actually, if you don't even know what she look like, you can see, like, her doing these. Like, I love how he set that song up. It's really good. Back on Road with Wayne, Summer Drive with Anderson .Paak. Have they dropped, like, a joint album? Mm-mm. They should. I like their chemistry. I like Anderson .Paak and Cordae together. They go back and forth a lot. I like that. I like them together. Nothing's Promised is good. Saturday Mornings, No Bad News, and the song of Feeny about his daughter. I love that song. I love that song so much. That's the kind of stuff at this point in my life that I want to hear in terms of the people that I really like. Like if I really like you and I'm invested in your artistry and your craft, I want to see what y'all talking about. You know, so I want to see, you know, not in comparison to my life, obviously, but I just like to see something or hear something I can relate to. And I can hear a lot of that and I can tell like he's maturing, you know, at this point. So that's why I really enjoyed the project. I know you didn't like it because a lot of the, you know, the hooks and stuff like that, but I think it was so much more to the album outside of the things like that that makes it really good in my opinion. So when you was like, it's not a top 25 album, I mean, of course it's your list.
Thank you.
But, you know, I just did not, I disagree with that. I think it's enough there to where he's able to show from that album to this one, he understood that something. Like he understood what he went wrong with that second album and he fixed that. And you got to give him props for that. So.
But did he just return the form from his first album? That's probably the better question to ask. Like, not necessarily did he improve, but did he just like, okay, I dropped 22 the first game. Game 2, I had 12. And then I dropped 23 the third game. So did I really improve or did I just come back to where I was at?
I'm gonna say because I like this album more than the first one.
Okay, that's to be determined for me. I haven't listened to the first one in quite a while.
Yeah,
but I do remember like it was just so heavily J. Cole inspired.
And I think with this album too, that's another reason why I kind of like it. He kind of like, I mean, his influence is still there, obviously, but he kind of moved away from that, in my opinion, a little bit. He didn't rely so much on a lot of the known J. Cole tropes that he did with the first project. That's why I say it's growth still, because you're actually learning and seeing who he actually is outside of his influences. And that's what I enjoyed about the project. So I stand on it. I love this project, Cordae to Crossroads. Now, granted, it wasn't going to make my top 10. Like, the top 10 for me, those 10 albums, they damn near sacred almost. Like, it was going to be a lot to get in that top 10. And he wasn't going to make that. So, but I think this is a good to decent place for him at 16 on my list. So, and so we're doing 3. So I just did what? 17, 16. So I'm going to go, all right, this is my last one. Then it's on you. My number 15 album. So we get into the top 15 now. So now we're starting to get into, some of the albums that got a little bit more substance in a sense, but also just more complete albums, in my opinion, that now we're getting into the top 15. Those ones before it was kind of like, you know, it had good things about it, but it didn't really string together like a full body of work per se. But I think this is where we're actually starting to get into a point where a full album. So at number 15, I had Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady.
Well, hold on real quick. I want to defend my list real quick. I can't let you catch those aspersions on the list that I compiled about them not being like complete bodies of work. That's it.
I'm just talking for me.
Oh, okay, because you said we. I was like, hold on now.
Oh no! I'm just talking for me, like the way I look at it.
I mean, what Jay-Z said? Get the get.
Oh no! Like from 25 to 16, like I enjoy those albums, but it's glaring weaknesses in them.
Oh, okay.
But now in the top 15 going forward, I think these are the stronger albums for me that I enjoy, that I really stand on.
I got you.
So, but yeah, number 15 for me is Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect from this album because before this project, it was a long time before I listened to an Eminem album. I'm just being honest.
That's cool.
So
I'm not gonna be mad with his fans.
Man, we gave y'all 3 reactions, bro?
They want more.
All right, bro. No, we gave y'all 4. Right? Did we review both of the Fuel versions?
Both Fuels, Houdini, and the whole Coup de Grace album.
Oh, no, and Killshot.
5.
Who gave y'all 5 reactions, bro? Come on.
They want more. They still coming under those posts right now telling us what we need to do. But that's another story for another day.
Okay.
I might gaslight y'all and do like a troll reaction.
Don't do that.
I might.
We don't do that, bro.
I might.
We don't do that, bro.
If I find time, I might do it. I might do it because the 25th anniversary for Marshall Mathers LP just came.
I saw that. Yeah,
we busy right now.
Yeah, I that's why I ain't even bring.
And
it
y'all
up.
rude as fuck, which is like, okay, keep going.
All right,
my Death of Slim Shady.
Yeah, the Death of Slim Shady is my number 15 album. When we did the reaction to it, I enjoyed it, but I mean, like I said, I'm not really the biggest Eminem fan per se, but this album, I really enjoyed it, bro. Like I went back to this album several times, like, and I wasn't expecting to do that, but it's a lot of good points on this album where I feel as though he's rapping really good. He's telling stories really well. I think the theme of, the death of Slim Shady and him going back and forth with him was interwoven throughout the album really good. And then like when you get to the end of the album, it's basically like a loop and it just starts right back over. As far as my ratings, I get into some of my ratings. Production wise, the beats were decent. They weren't like super amazing, but I think the sequencing kind of carries the project more so than the actual beat selection. So for production, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Lyricism, 5 out of 5 for me, in my opinion. I think he was really, like, he had shit to say, but he was rapping really, really well. There's still stuff that I'm decoding, like breaking down even now when I go back and listen to stuff that I missed before that I'm catching now on the playback. So if I'm still able to do that, and I done heard this album at least maybe 6-7 times at this point, and I'm still catching shit that I miss, that's top tier lyricism in my opinion. So 5 out of 5. Themes and concepts, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Musicality, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Only because, like, I guess I'm not really that used to like a lot of the Eminem aesthetics as far as just like the shock value stuff. Like if you're a fan of Eminem and you know what's coming, or like it's not surprising to you. But a lot of the shock value shit that he was saying, it would catch me off guard and like take me out of the listening experience for the moment. I'm like, did he really just say that shit? Like,
he sure did.
Like what?
We're definitely gonna do a reaction to Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
you gotta see.
So
you got to see what happens.
Shit, bro.
You got to see what happens when he get to talking like that. Back then, when he was inebriated and really didn't give a fuck.
But yeah, some of those moments was kind of cringing for me in a sense, so it just take me out of that mode when I'm listening to it. So that kind of hurt the album for me, just my personal experience. But replay value, I gave it a 3.5. Only because the album is so long. Like the album is very long. I think it's like 18, 19 songs, I think.
It's a good few. It's in the high teens.
Yeah. So I mean it's kind of long, and a lot of the songs, like I feel as though they were good, but they weren't just like super, super great. Like this is another one of the examples where you trimmed it down some, like I think would have been like a top 10 album for sure if some of those songs was, kind of cut from there. But I think even with all of the, extended, track lists, I think all of them are still good songs. Like it's not like a truly like objectively bad song. Even with Houdini, like when I listen to it in the context of the album, I like it a lot better versus just hearing it as the comeback single for Eminem. I was like, what the fuck is this? But when I listen to it in the context of the album and the theme of the album, it makes sense for me.
Okay.
So I can really only listen to it when I'm listening to the album in order. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can deal with that. But otherwise, I don't really listen to it. It's like it's certain songs that I will listen to without the album order. And of course that's Fuel, Road Rage. I like that song. Guilty Conscience too. Temporary featuring Skylar Grey. Brought a tear to my eye. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I told you that at one day at work.
Yeah, I was at work fucked up today.
Listen to that?
Yes.
Okay. Man, that song, he did that, bro. I was like, damn, man, my room for Slim Shady now? Like, damn. Oh man, I caught you cussing. Yeah. That song is amazing, bro. 10 out of 10 song for me. Temporary featuring Skylar Grey. And Toby featuring Big Sean and Baby Tron. That song is fire from start to finish. Amazing rapping, fire as beat. That's probably my favorite song on the album, to be honest. Like then it's like Fuel, But my favorite song, is probably Toby. Like that is fire from the moment I heard it, and it gets in my rotation of songs outside of the album, so that's how I know it's good. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this project. I don't know if it would have gone up any higher if I would have listened to it more or not. But either way, I really like this album. I would recommend it to any hip hop fan, really. But definitely, Eminem stands. I hear y'all, and I respect y'all opinion about this project because I do like it. I very much enjoyed the project. So shout out to y'all, but it's not my top 10. Sorry. But what you got?
That was your 16, 15, and 14?
No, that was my 17, 16, 15.
Okay. Well, I did Glorious. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 7. Okay, so I did. Okay, so I'm going to give my 16, 15, 14. I think you, we kind of
overlapped a little bit.
Yeah, so my number 16 is another album that DJ mentioned earlier, The Force.
Okay.
By James Todd.
James Todd.
LL Cool J. This album was good. This was also one of the albums that I listened to early on. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Like LL Cool J did some super cringy shit in his career. Like, and one of the cringy things he's done in his career is this fucking song that he did with Sweetie. It was disgusting. Because not only is it the song itself super cringy and trying to recreate a song he made in the fucking 90s, which is kind of another reason why I have a mild disdain for Houdini from The Death of Slim Shady. I can clearly hear and see the song you're trying to recreate, and it upsets me. Especially when the original song was good. Yeah. And it's still better than the song that you did the facsimile of.
I just like Sweetie voice, bro.
But yeah, like, I hate her raps.
Yeah.
I hate her rap skills. She's terrible as a rapper.
Yeah.
If he was looking for that vocal tone, he should have got what's her name? Lakeela or something like that. She sounds just like Sweetie, but she can fucking rap. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, bro, like Sweetie's she's not it on the rap shit, dog. But the intro to this album where he's talking about the cop who was like killing other cops and shit, fire song. The song where he's like talking about all the blackness, like all of the things that just encapsulate being black, super duper fire.
Yes.
Q-Tip, really good job on the production. So let me go through the rankings that I gave it. 8.3 out of 10 for The Force by LL Cool J. Lyricism, 4.2 out of 5. He was really rapping, which not surprised me, but it was good to hear a lot of the shit that he was talking, like in the rollout for this album, paid off, because he was like kind of like,
oh, he was gassing?
He was knee deep in Andre 3000 ass, like as far as we not too old to still be rapping.
Oh, that.
Like,
yeah.
Get your ass out here and rap. Like, it's still shit to talk about. So it's like, okay, LL, like, it's been a while, bro. Like, it shit better be at least digestible and just tolerable. It was much better than that. This is a really good project. And as you can see, like, I have it 16 in my top 25 from 2024. So I have it listed in a good spot. I keep forgetting. Is it music? Okay, musicality for what's the name of this album?
The Force.
The Force. Musicality. Excuse me. 4 out of 5. Production. 4.5 out of 5. Q-Tip was showing his ass on this album.
30 Decembers.
Replay value. 3.9 out of 5, and it's because of songs like the song he did with Sweetie. It's just like, why the fuck does it exist, period? Not even that it made the album. Why does it exist, period? Like, first, it's like, even with the Coyle Ray and Busta Rhymes song, like, just the visual of it, like, she's so much younger than you that the allure that you're trying to get from it doesn't hit the same. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't know that song you're talking about.
Good.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I can't.
You feel me? Like, It was just weird. Like, the chemistry it's just ill. Like, nigga, you old as fuck. Like, just realize that.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you could have got somebody. It's just weird, bro. It's just LL. You almost 60. You got this little young ass tenderoni rapping this sexually based song. It's just weird. Like, he talking about having sex in the alleyway. It's just crazy. Like, I don't. Sweetie as a feature artist. It's just nasty work.
Yeah,
But yeah, the replay value, 3.9 out of 5. The themes and concepts from that album, 4.1 out of 5. It's a good album, man. If you were reluctant to listen to it because you're like, man, LL Cool J too old, it's a good album. No, he's rapping. Mm-hmm. If you liked King's Disease series and Magic, you'll like this. Nas actually has a feature on a very Nas appropriate song. Like, LL Cool J was rapping on that song. I was like, damn, bro, this would be a perfect song for Nas to get on.
Boom.
And then Nas start fucking rapping. It's just like, perfect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like he said earlier, like, he stood in a toe-to-toe with Eminem. Really, really good song, Murdergram. And the last song on the project is really good. Like, the posse cut with the, like, 4 other guys.
Yeah.
Fire. Everybody snapped. And it's like they got whoever sequenced the verses.
Yeah.
Did a great job. So whoever was engineering that did a great job, or whoever was executive producing did a great job in structuring so those verses built on each other so the best person went last. That was dope.
30 Decembers is probably my favorite song, though.
30 Summers.
Bro, that shit is just so fire to me.
He was definitely listening to King's Disease when he wrote that. What's next? Number 15, if I can find it. If I can find it, it's towards the bottom. I'm trying to see if I want to say a joke. The Spreadler.
I think I know.
The spreaded one.
Okay. Yeah.
The hind leg hoodlum. Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs
has one of the more consistent discographies of the post blog era. And this project is no different. You Only Die Once. It's a really good album from Freddie Gibbs. I gave it an 8.3 out of 10. Lyricism, 4.2 out of 5. He discusses a lot of things. Like, he discusses his life, his battle with his vices, his perception of what's going on, how it all like exists with his relationship to how he feels about rap in relation to him being an actor. Musicality, 4.1. It's a good vibe through the album. It's not Alfredo. I know that. It's not Bandana. I know that. It's not Fetty. I know that. But it's still good. Where we at? Production. The album was well produced. 4.3 out of 5. Replay value. Freddie Gibbs is always gonna have his albums are gonna have good replay value. This album is kind of like, if I'm looking to compare, it's kind of closer to like Soul Separately as far as where I would rank the albums. Which is Soul Separately was also a good album, and this kind of feels like it's in that same vein. I feel like he was in a pocket with these two albums. Yeah. So I gave it a 4.2 out of 5. Themes and concepts, pretty good, not great or amazing, anything like that. Yeah. 4 out of 5, which, like I said, gave me an 8.3 out of 10. And let me get to number 14, which is also an album that DJ mentioned earlier. We Still Don't Trust You. And for whatever reason, I do not have my criteria for this album, but I do have my score. So I have a 8.3 out of 10. DJ was saying that he thinks that We Don't Trust You is a better album than this one. I 3,000% disagree. I think this album is not only better than We Don't Trust You, I think it's a few steps above We Don't Trust You. Okay. I feel like, I'm not a Hendrix guy in reference to like Future versus Hendrix.
No, Hendrix, the album Hendrix?
Yeah.
Was fucking fire.
I know I'm saying, like, I didn't pick Hendrix up because neither one of those albums was relatively good to me.
I like that. Hendrix was fire.
I Never Liked You was pretty good. It started strong and it faded. And that's the thing that Future's had to deal with for a while now. Like, he started strong. He put a lot of the shit that he know gonna get a lot of play at the beginning because he know that's what, especially in the streaming game, you put your heat up first, because he's not trying to sell a body of work all the time. He's just trying to sell a series of songs. So cool, whatever. I'm going to grade you on that. But yeah, I feel like, in my opinion, We Still Don't Trust You was much more cohesive, much more consistent. And I feel like he's a better songwriter, R&B, hip-hop R&B wise, as opposed to being a straight up rapper. I feel like he allows himself to be much more basic as a rapper. And I feel like that is representative in Plutoski.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like some of his other albums, and I think that's why he could be in a zone with the album, and it's two halves of the album, it feel like. Like, I Never Liked You, it's literally two halves to the album. I think one of the one times he really got it right album-wise, before y'all start going crazy in the comments, is Dirty Sprite 2. I feel like that is an album he got it right all the way through.
Yes.
That's
a classic.
That's a classic album, and that is the reason why the light-skinned colonizer decided to come and solicit his services so they could make an album, because he needed them.
Yes.
Let me see. And so that was 16, 15, 14. Okay, that's it. And then I'm doing 13, 12, and 11, and that'll be the rest of mine.
Okay.
So just work your way down to 13.
Okay. So I just did 15. All right. So my number 14 is
you can go all the way to 11 then.
Okay.
All right.
So my number 14 is a late entry to the list in terms of like when we heard it, it was kind of towards the bottom half of all of the lists of the album lists that we went to. And it was kind of like a late entry in the sense of it making my list. Because for a long time it wasn't on my list, but I'll probably say within the last month or so, it shot up the more and more I listened to it. And it's none other than Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre with Missionary.
Yay.
I know we ain't fucking with Snoop right now. I get it, y'all. I get it. He did some fucked up shit. He being real wishy-washy right now. I get it, bro. But I gotta hold y'all accountable for this shit. I'm talking to all the fans out here. Y'all was gassing, bro. Y'all was saying this album was trash. For the moment it released last year, I heard nothing but bad things about it. And I vehemently disagree with all of the takes. This album is fucking fire, y'all. I think y'all just letting y'all bias because Snoop being crazy, really judge and critique the album. Because this album is not bad as everybody said it was, bro.
It's not at all. It's actually really fucking good.
I really enjoyed this project, bro. Like, y'all can kill me if y'all want in the comments. That's totally fine. I'll stand 10 toes. This is my list. Okay? But I love this project, bro. It's way better than I thought. Dr. Dre produced the hell out this album, bro. All the beats were fire. I gave the production a 4 out of 5. Lyricism, Snoop surprised me in the sense that I was not expecting him to rap as well as he did on this album, bro. He was rapping, bro, like really, really, like as far as the flows, like double, sometimes triple entendres, and just knowing when to do certain things in certain pockets, bro. Snoop was in his bag, bro.
Sounded very polished.
Very, very polished, bro. And he got another project that's about to drop, I think, in like a couple weeks. So
he finna disappoint niggas.
Probably. But this album, he did everything right.
Yeah.
Lyrically, I gave it a 3.9 out of 5. Content and themes, I didn't really, other than you making me realize that the title of the album is like a sequel to Doggy Style. Like, that did not dawn on me until you said it. Because it threw me out. I'm just like, why is the album cover a condom rapper? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? I'm thinking it's going to be like all sexual and sex songs, and it's nothing like that shit at all. So,
not like that. Not like that at all.
But yeah, I didn't really understand like any like kind of through line themes or concepts throughout the album. I think it's just a collection of just really good songs.
I think the through line was like maturity. It was maturity and like doubling back, like looking at the landscape 30 years post Doggy Style.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, in the moment though, when I didn't get that, so I only gave it a 3 out of 5.
I got you.
Musicality, I gave it a 3.6. I think it could have been sequenced a little bit better in terms of like what songs go before what. But other than that, I mean, like I don't think there's like any like bad hooks or anything like that. Not that I remember.
What you gave the production?
Production, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
But yeah, musicality, I gave it a 3.6. Replay value, I gave it a 3.5. Honestly, I think that should be higher, to be honest, because I listened to the album way more than I thought I would, in my opinion. So I really enjoyed this album. I know y'all hate it, but I love it. So I'm just going to stand on it. Some of my favorite songs was on Shangri-La, Fire, Out of the Blue, Fire, Guns and Smoke featuring Eminem and 50 Cent, Fire.
I hate that song.
I love that song.
I fucking hate that song.
Man, that shit fire to me.
Eminem, another nigga with a speech impediment that should not be rapping fast.
I liked it.
He bumbling all over himself on that verse. Terrible, nasty work. Disgusting work. I hate that
song. Gorgeous featured Janae Aiko.
Fire.
I love that song. Last Dance with Mary Jane, I'm sorry. Featuring Tom Petty and Jelly Roll.
Fire.
Love that song. But my favorite song, the one that had the best rapping, is Skyscrapers featuring Method Man and Smitty. Method Man, kudos to you, bro, because I've noticed throughout this Road to 100, like you've had a couple features throughout these albums like that we listened to, and every single one was fucking fire. And this one is no exception, bro. Now, I don't know, I can't remember who had the better verse between him and Snoop. But overall, that song is amazing to me. I love it.
Snoop snap.
Yeah, Snoop snap, bro. The beat is fire. Myth, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to go and listen to it again. I don't know who had the better verse, but overall, that's my favorite song. Yeah. That has the best rapping on the song, on the album. So I enjoyed it. It's my number 14 for 2024, and my number 13 was an album I originally had in the top 10 actually, but when I really just sat back and compared it to the top of the top that's in my list, like it can't, in comparison, it can't be that close to them because it's not that. And I just had to really take a step back and like really be for real with myself. I'm like, I know I like this album, but it's not as good as these other ones. So, and I think it's another album that also suffers from bloated playlists or bloated track lists. If it's 4 songs on this album in particular, if you take them off, no, I can't say that. But this will 100% be a top 10 album. I was about to say something real crazy. but
I wonder what you're talking about.
My number 13 album is Don Toliver, Hardstone Psycho.
Man, show list.
Yeah, it's my list, bro.
That's crazy.
Yes, bro. I know, bro.
Almost top 10 of 2024.
It was, bro. For me, the replay value for that album is fire, bro.
That's heavy talk.
It is, and I stand on it.
Donnie he'll have to come shake your hand on that one.
That's fine, bro. I give him that.
He'll hit you in the face with his chin too.
However, though, I think this is one of those situations where, like you saying, when a certain artist get into like a pocket, and that's another reason why it kind of got knocked down a little bit. Because the diversity of the album is not that great. A lot of the songs do sound similar, but the ones I really, really like, they stand out, and they just really carry the project for me. The production, I gave it a 4 out of 5 for the production. Lyricism, I gave it a 3, because he's never really been known for like super dense content, but I just like how he flows and his cadence and things like that. So I enjoy that much. Themes and concepts, there is no, well, it is a theme. I'll take that back. It's a theme, but concept wise, in terms of like,
because it was split into like 3 or 4 acts, right? Okay.
Yes, I mean it is a theme, but it's not anything super like amazing. Gotcha. I will say. So I gave that a 2.5 out of 5. Musicality, I gave it a 4 out of 5 because the feeling that it gives you, because of course he still has his trap beats in there, but he also, I feel so, tried to switch it up enough to try to give you an R&B sound a little bit for real with this one, versus just being like the trap rap shit that everybody is normally doing. He tried to switch it up a little bit, and I appreciate that in terms of like trying to get into an R&B bag.
Gotcha.
A little bit. And that's one thing with me that, you know, even though I like the bars, I think I kind of am more gravitated to like the melodies, R&B side of people like trying to sing and draw emotion. I think that's kind of what draws me more, what my tastes are.
That makes sense.
Honestly. So that's just for me. So this album did that for me, hands down. Like, I'm just like, oh, nah, this shit sounds really, really fucking good. I really like it. So, but yeah, I gave the musicality was 4 out of 5. Replay value for me was also 4 out of 5. Like, even though, like I said, it's like 4 songs on here that I would take off, trim it down to like 14. But overall, like this project is amazing to me. I love it, but it is not top 10. It's just not. I had to just be realistic with that. Like, I know I'm living in the moment with certain songs like Brother Stone, Glock, Hearthstone National Anthem, Backstreets featuring Tizo Touchdown. I know I mentioned this in the review for the episode that we did, the Road to 100 episode we did on this album. I'm gonna listen to you, Tizo. It's coming, bro. But I have not gotten to your project yet, but it's coming because I like Tizo Touchdown, bro. Like, I'm a fan now, so I'm gonna definitely go and check out what he has outside of being a feature artist. Kryptonite. Even though Cash Cobain get on my damn nerves, I do like this song Attitude with Charlie Wilson and Cash Cobain. I like that song. And my favorite guilty pleasure song, and I mentioned this on the episode too, is Glock.
Who's on that song?
What, Glock?
Yeah.
It's just him.
Oh, okay.
Like,
what's the name of the song with Cordae Black?
Brother Stone.
Oh, okay. Birds in the trap, they gonna stink by the Mara, spit out the act and a baby bottle. That song, that's probably one of my favorite songs from 2024.
Yeah.
Like, if we would have had time, I would have compiled like a list of those, like, like the top 30 songs, like, or 30 favorite songs, but we ain't had time, and I'm not going back.
Yeah, I'm not going back.
We're going to the future.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I love this project. I know a lot of people may not, agree with me on this, but it's my list, and like I said, with my taste is what I normally gravitate to first. It caught my attention and it held my attention because I heard it when it first came out. So by the time we got to the episode, I was already well, engraced with the project by that point. So I was already liking it, but I'm still trying to be realistic when I'm really trying to compare this to the songs I know that has everything. And it just doesn't. It has, it has certain elements that I like, but overall it don't hit all the boxes. So, but for it to be as high as it is out the gate, I mean, that's really a difference because beforehand I didn't really care for Don Toliver, just to be honest. But this project made me a fan. I'm not gonna lie. So I really like that album. It's number 13 for me. Number 12 is an album you said that out of the Griselda count wasn't the best one, and I totally disagree with you on that. But my number 12 is Benny the Butcher. Everybody Can't Go.
Boom. I had it. I gave it a 8 out of 10 or like a 7.9 or something.
I'm sorry, bro. I love at first.
It ain't better than Haddon Garden Hold Up though.
Tomato, his list, my list. We'll leave it there. But nah, I love this project, and it's kind of crazy because at first I didn't really care for it like that. Well, I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I do now. It's definitely grown on me over time, and it just really solidifies to me that out of the group, I feel so Benny knows how to make the best songs. Like, he knows how to make a song. Like, he's what's the word I'm looking for? I guess evolved, I guess in a sense. Or, I mean, he just really shown steps to where he knows how to make complete songs now, not always just about, like, just the trap shit. Like,
yeah, he's probably the best artist.
Yeah, he's the best artist out of the big three of Griselda, I feel. In songs like, let's see, Everybody Can't Go featuring Kyle Banks, probably one of my favorite songs on the album. I love that song. Jeremy's Graduation. Pillow Talk and Slander featuring Jadakiss and Babyface Ray, fire. Braun, fire song. Buffalo Kitchen Club featured Armani Caesar, fire. Griselda Express with all the Griselda on there, also fire. Production wise, I gave it a 3.8 out of 5. Lyricism, I gave it a 3.9. Themes and concepts, I gave it a 3 because I mean, like I said, it's still the same coke bars. I really did it type raps, so it don't really move the needle that much for me, but it still sound good. So I at least gave it a 3 out of 5. Musicality, I gave it a 3.5, and replay value, I gave it a 3.9 out of 5. So at first, like when I was doing my list, it wasn't even like it was barely around 20, like 25 to 29 range. That's why I had it initially. But with over the past weeks or so, I don't know, it just clicked, and I like it. So it shot up a lot for me. So yeah, Benny is my number 12, and my number 11. Oh yeah, my number 11 is gonna be Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners. I know a lot of people don't really consider this project like a full, like separate project from Michael, but I think it's he diversified and changed up enough to where this is a different project in my opinion. Like, so I really enjoyed this album for the very first time I heard it. Production wise, I gave it a 3.2 out of 5. Lyricism, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It's not the best rapping I've heard from Killer Mike, and I'm really comparing it to other things I've heard, like when all his Run the Jewels projects, and it's definitely not better rapping wise than what he did on Michael. So, you know, I have to really put that in perspective, but he still rapped really well on this project. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Themes and concepts, I gave it a 4.2 out of 5. I love how he's just so in tune with his roots and where he came from. And anytime that you're able to incorporate the church and religion and gospel aspects into music to where it don't sound cringy and it sounds real and it sounds authentic, I enjoy that. Like, I gravitate to that. It speaks to me personally. So I love the theme that he's really going through with the saints and the sinners, showing you what he did right, showing you what he did wrong, and he knowing he doing the shit wrong. Some of the shit he's still doing wrong, but he knows that he has to get better. Like, it's just like things like that, like really grounded concepts. I think he did really well that carried over from Michael, because this is definitely like a continuation from Michael, I feel. So things and concepts, I gave it a 4.2 out of 5. Musicality, I gave it a 4 out of 5. Replay value, I gave it a 3.2. Only because it's certain songs, even though I like it, like the Still Talking That Shit with Key Glock and Project Pat, I like the song, but it doesn't serve any purpose in the album, the rest of the songs on the album. Like, it really sticks out like a sore thumb, I feel. Like, I don't think you need it for this. What you're really trying to convey for this project, it really sticks out. So even though I really like the song, it's fire, but it serves no purpose on this project. So things like that kind of knock it down for me. But songs like Summer for Junkies, bro, every time I hear that song, I want to tear up. I'm just like, it touches me every single time I listen to it. Exit 9, I like the song. Higher Level, the song Humble Me Now, the song that he made right after he won all those Grammys, and they arrested him and shit. And he dropped that song right out there. I'm just like, talk your shit, bro. I love it. I love that song. So that and Summer for Junkies are probably my 2 favorite songs from the project. Like, he did really well to me. Like, I think he did really good. No, it's not better than Michael, but it is good enough to be considered for my list. And yeah, I had it. It's been pretty steady at where it was. I mean, it did creep up in the top 10 at one point, but you know, overall, now that I know what my top 10 is, it's not that in comparison to the other ones on my list. So, but I think number 11 for me is a good place for it. So, but yeah, that was my 11 through 25.
Okay. Have you been giving your ratings too, like for the album in its totality?
Well, yeah, I should have did it the way you did it, because yeah, all of these, this album is not a 7.2 out of 10, bro. It's not. It's not. It's easy a 8 point anything. It's not a 7. So I don't know how I did that shit, but Unfortunately, that's what it is based on the scores I gave it. It is a 7.2 out of 10. But I'm telling you now, it's at least an 8.
Okay. But I was asking like more so like, cause I've been hearing numbers.
Yeah.
And
the scores are 18.1.
Oh, I'm talking about like, cause I know you have your ratings out of 5.
Yeah.
Have you been giving those?
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Okay. No. Like, okay. I give the album a rating out of 5. Have you been doing those?
Oh no, it was a 3.6 out of 5.
Okay. Do your 20 through 11 real quick.
Okay.
With your out of 5, and I'll translate it to out of 10 when I'm doing the edits.
Okay.
Because it's probably not gonna come out tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I think it'll be smarter to do the 11 through 25 and 10 through 1 once they've seen all 20 episodes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you want to go back to 20 or 25?
No. Don't go all the way back to 25. Start at 20.
Okay, so 20, Big X Plug, Take Care, 3.5 out of 5. Future Metro Boomin, We Still Don't Trust You, was also 3.5. Future Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You, was also 3.5 out of 5. Denzel Curry was a 3.6 out of 5. Cordae was also a 3.6 out of 5. Eminem, Death of Some Shady was a 3.64. So yeah, 3.6 out of 5. Snoop Dogg was also a 3.6. Don Toliver was a 3.6 as well. All these was the same. Yeah, Benny was a 3.6. And Killer Mike was a 3.6.
Okay.
Yeah. So they all the same.
Okay. And that was all the way to 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so real quick. My number 13.
Yeah.
This is an artist that I have been a fan of, for years.
Mm-hmm.
4 years. And like around the release of this project, I started to get more background information on who the artist was, how the artist came up, and that just made me even more enamored with the artist. And this artist in particular is like the embodiment of a rapper who got all the tricks. But when they get to the court, it's like, I know I can do all of that shit, but I feel like I'm much more of a basketball player than a street ball player. Mm-hmm. So I want to show you all of the things that I've learned in all the basketball camps I went to, but I also want to show you a little bit, give you a small taste of what I learned on the blacktop. And this artist's connection to another one of my favorite artists, if not my favorite rapper of all time, just personal preference-wise, endeared me even more to this artist. And I'm giving clues and riddles, but you're probably not going to know who I'm talking about, so I'm just go ahead and say it. Tiara Whack.
Oh, okay.
Phenomenal rapper. I don't know if y'all had been seeing like her freestyles and stuff on Instagram in particular, mm-hmm. where she's just rapping and showing that she's one of the best rappers of the last couple of eras, period, regardless of gender. You've been missing out on a treat. Tiara Whack is a phenomenal rapper. Artist-wise, there has been a lot of evolution in her since, was it Whack World? Where Whack World was almost like a series of like demos where it would be like all of the songs were like a minute 30 or less. Mm-hmm. In this, she brought a lot of the variety and wide range in artistry from Whack World into Worldwide Whack. But the songs are much more fleshed out, and the album has a thematic through line. It has a concept that is concise and that gets the point across over a very diverse soundscape. Mm-hmm. I love this album. Tiara Whack as an artist, I fuck with her super heavy. And the fact that Andre 3000 is, she call him her dad. That's cool. You know,
I didn't know that connection.
But she loves Andre 3000, and like you can see a lot of that in like all of the styles that she's able to adopt. But yeah, I gave this album a 8.4 out of 10. And I gave this album 4.2s across the board, all the way from lyricism to musicality, production, replay value, and themes and concepts. This album is really good. If you're looking for an album that's like very like ear candy wise, that covers a lot of concepts that you'll catch after the fact, maybe on your third or fourth listen, but you just want to listen to something that's very sonically diverse, this is a great album to listen to. She's very good. She's very good.
I listened to that literally as I was driving over here today. That was the album I listened to when I pulled up.
She is tough, bro. Tiara Whack is a phenomenal artist. And this album does a lot to showcase a lot of the components to her artistry. And I just feel like it's such a like Whack World, like the spirit of Whack World looks at Worldwide Whack and has to smile. And I'm just proud to be able to like, yes, bro, she stuck the landing on this. So the only thing that I'm looking for is just like as a selfish fan, just like more raps on the next project. But however she wants to get her artistry across, like I know it's gonna be good. And she showed on this that she can actually make full fleshed out songs and carry out a consistent theme through the project. So when you listen to the first song, Mood Swings, till you get all the way to the end of the project, it's like, like the progression, and then the album feels like it never ends. You know what I mean? Like the way that the last song cycles back into the first song is beautiful. I really, really, really like this album. It was really close to making my top 10 as it was being number 13, but like them top 10, whew, it's crazy. So yeah, I gave it an 8.4 out of 10. Number 12, another album from an artist who can rap his ass off, very thematically concise, some out the box shit as far as like the concept if you hear it in a vacuum, but the way he delivered it made it all come together. And the two things that kept it out of the top 10, some of the hooks kind of weird. The production wasn't great. It was pretty good. And just the overall value of some of the songs on their own face just didn't hold up to the rest of the album. But this album and artist I'm talking about is Lupe Fiasco with Samurai. I gave this album an 8.4 out of 10. Let me see if I have my second or third piece of paper. I gave it an 8.4 out of 10. Lyricism, 4.7 out of 5.
Okay.
Lyrical mastery at work. This is another one of them guys where it's like, it's not too many people in this top 25 list that's rapping with Lupe Fiasco. AI supporter or not. Kendrick Lamar hater or not. Weird relationship with the black populace or not. This album is fucking amazing. Production, one of the fall-offs, 3.9 out of 5. Musicality, like he made some weird song choices because I think he felt like he was rapping so good that he could just kind of slap some of these songs together. Like the hook on Cake, come on, dog. Why? It didn't have to be like that. Especially when the next song is Palace, in the chorus for Palace. You didn't have to do the Cake. You could have came up with a better hook for Cake, especially with the way you was rapping on that song. That's probably some of the best rapping on this whole album on Cake. Like, and how it's basically a song about you just bragging about how fire you is at rapping. You could have came up with a better hook than that. I think you just got to the end and was like, yeah, I've done many things. You ain't give a fuck about that hook. But the verses are insane. Literally insane. Like, whoever wrote them, and I know you wrote them, because in the song...
Or did AI write them?
But that's the thing. In the song, he's bragging about the AI not being able to fuck with him. Like, as far as, like, the AI can't compete with him in songwriting. Which and when I heard that song this last time I listened to it, it pissed me off because it's like, okay, that's the type of mind of a nigga that'll do the endless loop shit. Because like I told you, it's a service to his ego to see if this could ever catch him, like the whole John Henry versus the Machine type shit. But yeah, musicality 4.0 out of 5. Replay value 4 out of 5 because some of the songs are weird as far as they didn't come together all the way. Themes and concepts 4.5 out of 5. The whole concept of Amy Winehouse getting bewitched and becoming a fucking battle rapper and as out there as it sounds, and how he made it not feel like that at all.
Yeah.
Was astounding to me.
Yeah.
Was astounding to me. And how he intertwined like real life music industry, politics, and how it relates to how he sits in the music industry, which is insane because he's talking about rest in peace to art, but yet and still you're partnering with AI, which shows a conflict in the creative versus the businessman, which is, like I say, it's a conversation for another day. But like some of these songs on their face serve so many purposes. Mm-hmm. Like if you're an artist, like looking to do this professionally or are doing it professionally, it's songs on here where he's like discussing like how important and monumental it is to the success or death of your career to understand what you're getting yourself into contractually. And how like he intertwined like stage fright with being willfully ignorant to how the business works, while that being like subplot to Amy Winehouse being afraid to battle rap on stage. Come on, dog. Like I wouldn't be mad if this shit turned into like a cartoon show.
Bro, and it's so crazy to hear the stuff you say about this album because I feel the exact same way, but I couldn't score it that way. Bro, lyricism is the best part. He rapped his ass off. I gave him lyrically a 5 out of 5. It ain't no, in terms of like, if you're looking at it from a technical perspective, and you're really grading on how well he rapped, it ain't no album in this list that I've done is better rapping than what Lupe did on this.
Well, when I was grading that type of stuff, I was grading it against like shit I've heard, period.
Okay.
Yeah, not just against the field.
Well, yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 5.
I ain't mad at it though.
Things and concepts, 4 out of 5. Because at first I did not understand the album at all until you told me
you took that shit so personal.
I was like, bro, this shit pissing me off. I'm like, why the fuck do I need to read along with the album to really understand and catch what the fuck is he talking about? I was like, what the fuck? But once I realized it and I understood where he was going with it, it's immaculate, bro. It's amazing. It is something that you can like put in a novel or make into a show or something like that. Shit is fire, bro. Like that's a great mind at work. That's how you do like some theme like that. That's how you do it, bro. Like I gave it a 4 out of 5 for that. Now that I understand it, like you cannot not give him props for that. But everything else, exactly what you said, it fell off a damn cliff. Replay value 2 out of 5.
Ah, that's crazy.
Musicality 2.9 out of 5. Production, I gave it a 3 out of 5.
That's crazy.
Them beats is not crazy like that, bro. That's same shit crazy. That we was talking about Slum Village, it's the same way I felt about this shit. Them beats is not crazy like that, bro. He's carrying it with how well he's rapping on them shit.
I don't know. You need to go back and listen to that shit.
I did listen to it. I listened to it yesterday. That's how I'm very. Damn, that shit is not fire.
What you gave it production wise? A 2?
A 3. 3 out of 5 for the production. Musicality is a 2.9. Replay value is a 2. I respect it as a body of work, but I don't go back and listen to this album.
You think Daryl is produced better than Samurai?
Yeah. In terms of what I like to hear.
That's tough. But let me get to my
but no, bro.
But yeah, that was it. 8.4 out of 10 for Samurai.
Yeah.
Themes and concepts 4 out of 5. Replay value 4. Musicality 4. Production 3.9. Lyricism 4.7. Mm-hmm. And my number 11, the last album on my 11 to 25 side, was an album that I had highly touted it didn't necessarily change too much. A lot of albums around it improved as far as my listening experience over time. And this one kind of like regressed by like 1 decimal point. The Auditorium, Volume 1, Common and Pete Rock.
Yeah, you was very, very high on this project.
This album, and I think I initially gave it an 8.6, maybe an 8.7.
Yeah.
I ended up giving it an 8.5 out of 10. This is the album I was talking about earlier on in this episode where it kind of fell into the pocket and diminishing returns.
I'm from Chicago.
All right, chill. No comment slander, zero comment slander will be tolerated. I'm not going for none of that shit. I'm not going for it. Nigga, no. Fuck no. Ain't no way in hell J. Cole made this list and Common and make this list. We not doing it. I'm not going for it. Hey, no, nigga. The dream of the believer, nigga. We not doing it, nigga. Nobody's smiling. We not doing it, nigga. I fuck with Common. Common, if you watching this, I fuck with you, dog. Stay with Jennifer, bro. I heard you talking about all your relationships fail in the album. Whatever, it's a you problem then, nigga. Clearly. Go to therapy and get it situated. And quit fucking around with these nice ladies.
Because your track list is immaculate. All your women, bro. Crazy.
But you gotta pick one.
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
You gotta see it through, my boy. You're getting old. Yeah. You're getting long in the tooth. Ain't too many more John Wick moves you can do, nigga. It's about time you settle down. But like I said, 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. Lyricism, 4.3 out of 5. You rapping. You're rapping very well on this album. Especially if you have attuned your ear to understand the manner in which Common raps. This is really good rapping from Common.
Hey, hold on now.
What? For real? It's an acquired taste.
I'm about to say that feels like that shot at me because you know what I said.
Nigga, I know. That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bro. Chill, bro. Chill.
But not just you in particular, because you're not the only person. It's not like you just like on an island by yourself.
Yeah.
Because look at it like from this perspective, like how you said earlier, like when you was talking about an album, another album was like it finally clicked after a while. Yeah. Like a lot of people are like that with Cordae Black. Just with a lot of artists like who are unique and in their own space. When you're kind of on a highway of commonality, when somebody sits on that outside, you have to put yourself into that world. Like a person that I haven't caught on to like that yet is my comment. That's why he didn't make my list. Because not only is the nigga rapping in other languages and shit, on top of the dense shit he talking about, his lyrics aren't available anywhere. So I was like, I can't sacrifice the amount of time I would spend listening to 10 albums to see if I like my comment. Yeah. So I just put him in honorable mention, and if I didn't say it earlier, my comment, Rich Ass Haitian, shout out to my Zoe brother, is in the honorable mention. I just couldn't take the time to try to decode and fucking translate lyrics and all this other shit just to see if I liked it. But production, Pete Rock, great job. Great chops, great samples, great beats. 4.3 out of 5. Musicality, it was really fucking strong the first half of the album. Started to tape off towards the end. Like I said, diminishing returns when you're in a singular pocket for so long. And this is one of the issues that I have with Common on this album in particular. But like an album like Nobody Smiling or Dream or Believer, it wasn't that big of an issue. Or on B, it's a lot of the same tempo. And after listening to it for so long, it's like, just the song starting to tape off. And not only that, the quality of the song started to slip towards the end of the album. And the album is like over an hour. So like if you cut this down to 12, top 10 for sure. Yeah. Because it's at 11. It might be top 6, top 5 if you cut a few songs off of it. Because it's not like they're bad. It's just like you got so many songs that's like at the same level. Yes. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I kind of compared it to like, it's like a super hip hop. It's an old head hip hop album in the style of like a Currency album. Okay. You got the same producer. You got a lot of samples. It ain't really that many. It's some loops on here. Pete Rock came on. He rapped like kind of like how the Alchemist would do every now and then. Like he'll hop on an album that he produced on. Really good. He talking about some real shit. He's really like if you only like, bro, if you're black and you have an understanding of self, he talking that shit. Like if you're well read, you gonna fuck with this Common album just off the strength of all of the shit that he's injecting into these raps. Like, and I just fuck with that shit because it's just like, okay, he putting me on while he rapping in a style that I not understand, but like that I've come accustomed to enjoy. It's just so much black shit. Kind of like it's similar to how I feel about the LL Cool J. Mm-hmm. It's like they got to the point now where it's like, yeah, bro, like I'm honoring like a lot of that Chicago, New York, because what you realize from that is what those areas like in those times, like a part of it was the revolutionary shit, and also with LA, so it makes sense, LA and the Bay. Mm-hmm. So like those three black revolutionary centers all have rappers who kind of infuse that in their music. Mm-hmm. Like think about how quote unquote radical people considered Tupac. He said he considered the Bay his home. Yeah. But what do you get? What do you get from there? You get the Black Panthers. You feel what I'm saying? And also, his mama was a Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Chicago, you get the same thing. Mm-hmm. You go to New York, post Harlem Renaissance, and going into the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even into the 90s, you get the NOI and the 5%ers. Mm-hmm. So they kicking that shit. Yeah. In these albums. So it's just like they really own some legit pro-black pushing that aesthetic, like intellectual hip-hop shit in these albums, and I really respect that. But like I said, musicality 4.2, replay value 4.1, diminishing returns over the length of the project, themes and concepts 4.3. It's just over time it started to die down a little bit, but it was so strong. Like let's say if it's 17 songs, 13 of them are really good. Mm-hmm. But those 4 is just like, all right, nigga, if this song was 20, if it was 20 songs on this album, it's number 19, number 20, maybe number 21, 22. But I'm glad that you stopped where you stopped at. Really good album. The intro to this album is beautiful. It's an ode to like all of as many black figures as you could do and include in it. Beautiful, because it feel like a poem, spoken word, and then the last rap song on the album, Now and Then, it was another homage to a lot of hip hop greats. So yeah, man, I really like this project from Common. That's my 11 through 25, and I give you a rundown real quick. Mm-hmm. From 25 to 11, Living Proof, Davies, A-Rap Music, 8 out of 10. King of the Mischievous South 2, Denzel Curry, 8 out of 10. On Purpose, With Purpose by Ghetts, 8.1 out of 10. Ask a Magnolia by Quadri, 8.1 out of 10. Hatton Garden Hold Up, Rome Streetz and Derringer, 8.1 out of 10. Shadowbox, Mauvi, 8.2 out of 10. The Kid That Did, Babyface Ray, 8.2 out of 10. Love and Service, Brother Ali, 8.2. Glorious, Glorilla, 8.2. The Force, LL Cool J, 8.3. You Only Die Once, Freddie Gibbs, 8.3. We Still Don't Trust You, 8.3. Future Metro Boomin, Worldwide Whack, 8.4. Samurai, 8.4. And The Auditorium, Volume 1, Pete Rock and Common, or Common and Pete Rock, 8.5 out of 10. You got anything you want to say in close before we get out of here?
I mean, I knew our list was gonna be different, but I didn't think it was gonna be that different. They're very different.
I knew it was gonna be different. Like so, when I sent the criteria, I knew that was going to bring out. Mm-hmm. It was either gonna be super alike or super different, mm-hmm. because we have a criteria to base it off of. Yeah. So on some level, the preference was gonna win out.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see how the top 10.
Oh, I can't wait.
The top 10.
I can't wait.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel so my top 10 is a lot more. It may be one that I feel so they may or you may say that's kind of shaky, but the other 9, mm-hmm. it ain't no debates for me. I stand 10 toes on all them other 9. So But I mean, true, my whole top 10, I'm standing on all of them. But I'm just saying, I know it's one that you could be like, the fuck. But overall, like I'm satisfied with my list, even though I wish I kind of would have graded them a little differently now.
Well, you still have time, so. Okay.
Yeah,
I still need to edit this one. This one won't come out till next Saturday, so that'll be the weekend of the 21st. Yeah. So if you're watching this, it's on the 21st at least. Yeah. The people on Patreon, you might get it that Thursday, because y'all have already seen the Road to 100. I hope you have, and if not, you have the opportunity to watch it before you watch this, so you know you have an idea of all of the albums that we've discussed. So it's just not super duper new to you, but yeah, you still got time for that.
Well, I'm not gonna really worry about my 11 through 25.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
But my top 10, because if I look at it, I ain't have a single 8 in my 11 through 25. They all 7s, and I disagree with that. So
yeah, I think with the doing it out of 10, you open the ranking system up, so you're not grading almost like it's either a 3 or a 4. Yeah, and it's like you open up all of those. That's why I said I do with the decimal points, because I can be more precise. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So
I'll definitely go back and adjust it, because I mean some of those were definitely 8s. Now there's definitely some 7s towards like the
back end,
like 25 through 20 for sure. But definitely on forward, I feel there's definitely some 8s in there. But my top 10 is nothing but 8s, and it's 3 9s.
I might have a 10 in my.
No, I ain't got no 10 in there.
I might. I'm not sure though. I haven't gotten there yet. So that's just on pure feeling. But
I got 3 9s and the rest of them 8s.
Okay. But yeah, man, I cannot wait to do the top 10. It's not complete yet. Mm-hmm. So I got time. I'll be doing that while I'm working on editing this episode. So if you've seen this, most likely my top 10 is done and it's fire. But yeah, man, thank y'all for watching this extended cut of Road to 100, all 20 episodes, and the 2 episodes that'll be 11 through 25 and 1 through 10. I am Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And until next time, man, hip hop lives here. Peace.